Yes, but who does he love more, Brother John? You or I? Retorted the other. Why don't you go to live on the other half of the island while I stay here? And every day we will pray and see whose prayer God answers. John agreed and moved over to the other equally barren side of the island. Now, while Daniel, confident that he would win the contest, settled down on his side of the barren island. Now, on the first day, Daniel prayed for food and water. Like magic, his half of the island was suddenly covered with fruit-bearing trees and edible vegetables and fat chickens and meaty goats. John's half of the island remained barren. The next day, Daniel prayed for water. A waterfall appeared out of nowhere with fresh, clean water flowing through it. John's side remained dry. After a week, Daniel was bored, so he prayed for a wife. That same morning, another ship was wrecked, and the only survivor, a female, swam to Daniel's side of the island. John continued to gnash. Daniel prayed for a house, clothes, shoes, a six-pack, more food, and like magic, all of the things he prayed for appeared before him. John, however, continued to drink seawater just to stay alive. Finally, Daniel prayed for a ship to come and take him and his wife back home to civilization. Like clockwork, a ship appeared on the horizon and sailed straight to his side of the island. At this point, Daniel decided to leave his less fortunate friend John on the island so that he and his new wife, hopped on board and got ready to set off. Just at that very moment, a voice boomed from heaven. Daniel, my son, what are you doing? Why are you leaving without your brother John? Daniel shrugged and said, well, God, you have granted me every single thing I prayed for because you know I deserve your blessings. You haven't granted any of John's prayers, which means he doesn't deserve your blessings. So I've left him there to rot. The voice laughed. Oh, Daniel, since you two arrived on this island, I have answered only one prayer, and it wasn't yours. Oh, really? Daniel retorted. Then I wonder what he prayed for, because that guy has nothing. Well, Daniel, God said kindly, John prayed that all of your prayers be answered. So, my dear friend, what am I telling you? Have you ever wondered why good things happen to bad people? Have you ever wondered why you seem to be doing well, even though you're not doing good? Are you sure you're the one God is dishing out these blessings for? Are you sure it's you? The truth, which we often don't realize, is that God sometimes blesses us, not because we deserve it, but because someone more deserving than us requested it. Just think about that. My name is Kojo Yankson, and I thank all of you who pray for me. We promise to pass on the blessing to many others. Good morning, Ghanafu.
Joy, Supermodel.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra, on Love 99.5 in Kumasi, and myjoyonline.com. We're also live in all 16 regions of Ghana on X Spaces and Facebook. Coming up, majority on Parliament's appointment committee remains unfazed by the minority's walkout following a heated exchange between the ranking member and the committee chair.
The minority caucus hereby rejects the nomination of the Deputy Attorney General.
So it is today that they were not satisfied and they think that they want to walk away. And it's within everybody's constitutional right to display that.
Also coming up, Electoral Commission to meet NPP and NDC over the stalled collation of the Ablekuma North parliamentary results, which has been postponed several times and faced a series of legal challenges.
We should bring the two candidates and their parties together and we'll have a meeting to discuss it.
Also, as the president addresses the nation later today, the minority urges him to be truthful about what he inherited from the Akufo-Addo government.
So we want the president to come and tell us the economy that was criminally mismanaged. Again, economy that was criminally mismanaged was able to increase base pay of workers.
In business.
Well, still on the State of the Nation address, the president is likely to give some policy insights on the 2025 budget as he presents the State of the Nation address to Parliament today.
These and more with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Stay for details. And the majority in Parliament says it is unbothered by the minority's walkout from the appointment committee following a heated clash between Chairman Bernard Ahiafo and Ranking Member Alexander Afenyo-Markin. The standoff erupted when Mr. Afenyo-Markin refused to apologize for calling the chairman whimsical and capricious, leading Mr. Ahiafo to halt proceedings. We'll get details of that shortly, but first a wrap of the vetting by my colleague James Aveji.
The lack of maintenance of potholes have become a major challenge, leading to the destruction of major road networks across the country. Outlining some solutions to the problem during his vetting, the Deputy Minister Designate for Roads and Highways, Alhassan Suini, says funds allocated for road maintenance must not be diverted for other projects.
For me, it's an issue of discipline as a people, because the road ministry has a unit that is responsible for routine maintenance, and I'm sure funds are allocated every now and then to addressing this issue that you have correctly identified.
The nominee has also been providing some clarification on how government intends to collect road tolls without bringing back toll booths on our roads.
To procure the services of any company that was able to help the ministry roll out a technology-driven road toll collection.
On the other vetting, which has become the talk of town because of the clash between the committee chair and his deputy, the deputy AG designate said the AG needn't give any explanation on why he decided to discontinue the cases.
The Supreme Court had already held that once the Attorney General exercises the power, it will not be subject of any judicial review inquiry.
All four nominees who appear before the vetting committee have been approved unanimously following the minority's boycott of the proceedings midway. James Savage's report for Joy News.
Well, the minority returned with a firm decision to reject the nomination of Justice Shremsai as Deputy Attorney General and Minister for Justice after staging the walkout.
Chairman, if you decide to be whimsical and capricious, it will not advance the work of this committee.
So I will urge upon you to withdraw those words used on me.
Chairman,
I still stand by overruling the question that you are not going to.
The minority caucus hereby rejects the nomination of the Deputy Attorney General.
Well, MP for Daboya, Shaibu Mahama, insists the majority remains unfazed by the development.
It's a house of debate, a house of Jojo, and so these things will normally happen. I mean, thankfully, before they left, he indicated that on Friday they will avail themselves for continuation of the vetting. So it is today that they were not satisfied and they think that they want to walk away. And it's within everybody's constitutional right to display that, and they rightly did so. And so we moved on. It's within the powers of Parliament to continue with the vetting once we formed a quorum. And then once we have the numbers to do the business, pursuant to Article 102 and 104 of the Constitution. I'm confident that on Friday we will have a full house here to do business.
The Electoral Commission has assured the public that the ongoing impasse in the Ablekuma North constituency, which currently remains without an MP, will soon be resolved. Chairperson June Mensah said during a meeting with IPAC acknowledged the concerns of residents and political stakeholders regarding the delay, but refrained from providing a specific timeline for its resolution. She added that the EC intends to convene a meeting with the NPP and NDC on measures to resolve the impasse.
We should bring the two candidates and their parties together and we'll have a meeting to discuss it. I'd like to just place on record that collation was done in the presence of your agents. Your party was written to and you participated. So it was not done on your blind side. However, as I mentioned, we'll have an in-depth meeting to to discuss it. It's important to note that it was not that the version is being created and it was done.
But that is not what you said.
And you had the Electoral Commission Chair, Jean Mensa. Now, former Majority Leader of Parliament, Osei Mensa Bunsu, is calling for radical changes to the selection methods for various leadership positions in the New Patriotic Party as a way of curing the over-monetization of intra-party elections. It forms part of recommendations to the party following a survey of how the party lost in the 2024 election. He spoke on Top Story.
The language is not shall be elected, shall be chosen, of course. Election is one means of choosing people. That's not the only means. I think that as a party, if we brainstorm on this, perhaps we can even come to some determination that, okay, let's build consensus on this so that we can have at a national level to give a real national character to our party. Maybe the chairman, we could all agree, the chairman should come from region A, the first vice from region B, second vice from region C, third vice from this, the general secretary from this region, deputy general secretary, the organizer, deputy organizer, the national women organizer, the youth organizers. We could, with goodwill on all sides, we could even do this. So the options are there for us, but let's discuss it as a party to determine the best way forward.
President John Mahama is expected to deliver his State of the Nation address today in Parliament on governance so far. There are a number of expectations, including that of the minority in Parliament. They're calling on the President to be truthful about key issues, including employment, the economy, and power.
I think that I'll be glad on that. Economy that was criminally mismanaged, was able to give Ghanaians children free secondary education. Economy that was criminally mismanaged, was able to pay allowances to nurses and teachers. Economy that was criminally mismanaged, was able to give some infrastructure. Economy that was criminally mismanaged gave us electricity 24/7. So we want the president to come and tell us the economy that was criminally mismanaged.
And you had the MP formation of the Kwesi Konedo. Meanwhile, the NDC side believes the president will deliver hope to the people and fulfill his vision to reset the country.
Well, great expectations, which borders on how Ghana is going to roll into the future to reset, as he himself has touted so far. And we expect to see the hopes of Ghanaians renewed towards many of the things that are in our manifesto in the area of education, health, agribusiness, etc., etc. So high expectations that we will see all these areas touched on in terms of programs that will be rolled out.
And you are the MP for Bando, Sebastian Day. Now moving on, as the rain set in, residents near Mile 7 fear another season of flooding from choked gutters. For months, the filth has made life difficult, but despite repeated complaints, little has been done. Jacqueline Asumayabwa reports.
For months, these gutters have been overflowing with waste, turning every downpour into a nightmare for motorists and residents. Kojo, a member of the Bastor Boys, admitted that this cleanup has been one of their toughest challenges yet.
This is really tough, one of the toughest jobs we are doing as volunteers. And mainly because individuals, I don't know how we are thinking, but food waste, organic waste is not actually waste.
Frustrated residents say the choked drains have disrupted their daily lives.
We haven't been very happy with it. They complain a lot, especially to the food vendor over there, that is Ayuam.
A higher pan because first I got and to me
the situation is really troubling. Our gutters never used to get this clogged, but ever since the new restaurant started operating, their waste has been flowing into the drains.
And that report by Jankle Asuma Yabwan. That's how we end the bulletin here on Joe 99.7. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
jump on am.
Go. Ugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mindset be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Are you a female entrepreneur, young business owner, agribusiness, fintech, or agri-tech venture? This one's for you. We see your need for funding for your business, and we believe that your story matters. So in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, ABSA is offering you collateral-free loans of up to 1 million Ghana cedis at 10% interest rate per annum. We've already pumped over 1.3 billion cedis into over 6,000 businesses. Yours is next. Visit our SME project office, your nearest ABSA branch, or head to absa.com.gh. Your story matters. ABSA.
How secured are you? Let me ask you again. How secured are you? Say yes loud with confidence when you are protected by Millennium Insurance, because it gives you great reliability and comfort. Sign on any of our products today, be it motor, fire, burglary, accidents, travels, bonds, liabilities, engineering, marine and aviation insurance. Visit our offices in Accra, Northridge, Tema, Kumasi, Kofridia, Takrady, or any of our 30 agents nationwide. Call 0302-766-631 or 0504-394-997.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Your preferred retirement partner, Apex Trustee, offers you an unmatched pension administration service that guarantees a cheerful life of retirement for both formal and informal sector workers. Our Progress Occupational Pension Scheme, the Progress Provident Fund Scheme, and the Progress Personal Pension Scheme will help you achieve financial peace of mind during retirement. Apex Trustee provides employer-sponsored schemes, including staff welfare schemes, seeking to outsource the day-to-day administration of their second-tier occupational pension and third-tier provident fund schemes. Start the quality lifestyle journey you envisage for your retirement now. Call us on 0504 368048 or 0256 793330. Apex Trustee, a joyous retirement begins here.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
You are starting life, you want financial freedom. You know where to go for your child's education, financial freedom. We got solutions just for you. For your retirement plan, employee wellness and benefits. Old Mutual, your preferred insurer. Old Mutual is the best.
What are you waiting for? Come and join us. Call us on 030-7600. Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Do great things every day. Do great things every day.
What's your dream this year? To pull up in a brand new 4-wheel ride? Or you want to travel? Where? Sentosa Island in Singapore? Or Desert Safari in Dubai? Or you want a laptop, microwave, brand new phone, TV? Chale, what you want, you can get with SG Ghana. Minya Ubecha 7Y. Join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo and you could win the grand prize of a brand new Toyota RAV4. Simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account from now till 30th May 2025. Non-customers can open an account to participate. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302-214-314 for further inquiries. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
El Giorgio.
Aye, Dr. Yankson.
Yesterday was messy in Parliament, eh?
A little bit unfortunate. I thought that we've gone beyond that after that challenge, and there was a committee, and it appears that everything was going well when the Honorable Reketagan was chairing the committee, and he said, "Oh, at least finally, everything is fine." Only for us to see what happened yesterday. You know,
I mean, it was weird. Just listen to this.
I would again ask that you withdraw the word rudely. Chairman, one more time, I will not withdraw. I'm sorry. Will you withdraw? Chairman, I'm sorry, I will not withdraw. Well, to demonstrate to you that I am the chairman for this particular vetting committee, that may be your last question.
I think that sometimes you need to be at the cafeteria or the coffee shop of Parliament, you know, to see how these guys are very close, you know, sometimes sitting together, doing all sort of things. But sometimes it appears it doesn't reflect when they come out to work, you know. But even yesterday when you saw the posture of the minority leader and even the first deputy speaker, right, you realize that something was just not well, and it was just a matter of time that...
If you talk about, you know, people getting on well in the cafeteria, it just makes you wonder, as an adult, where should you be more matured? During play or during work?
During work.
Yeah. So why is it that when they are playing, they are matured, but when they are working, they have issues like this?
Not necessarily even the playing, but even at the committee sittings as well, where I've had opportunity to be at some of the committee meetings, you realize that...
the reason why I use play and work as the contrast is because I'm talking about how they are away from the cameras, away. Because look, when you put two opposing MPs or whatever on a panel in a studio where they are supposed to work, talk, they will disagree on everything. But you go and meet them at a chop bar laughing. That's why I'm contrasting play and work.
Yeah, I get you.
Okay, even on these panels that you're talking about, when the cameras are off, they are laughing, joking amongst themselves. When the cameras come on, they are supposed to work. Suddenly, they can't stand each other. Anyway, I mean, for me, this is something for us to carefully study, because it is an interesting power dynamic as well, to observe how these two personalities either used or failed to use their authority, their clout, their power, their authority, the responsibility given them in this situation. I will be very interested to see, you know, to hear the professional analysis of what happened yesterday. Anyway, shall we move on? Yeah, the Joy business report comes up in a minute, but first, we're grateful to Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters. And Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, for bringing us the 6 a.m. news. And we are now nicely rounding up to the Joy Business Report, brought to you by Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank, and Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature.
Good morning and welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, President John Mahama likely to give some policy insights on the 2025 budget as he presents the State of the Nation address to Parliament today. 2024 trade report shows Asia topped Ghana's gold export destination for last year, and the Ghana Association of Banks welcome proposed reforms by new Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Johnson Isema, expressing hope it would help de-risk the financial sector. My name is George Wiafe. Let's now settle for the details. President John Mahama is likely to give some policy insights on the 2025 budget in terms of policy direction later today. This will happen when he presents the State of the Nation address to Parliament. Earlier on, I put together this report.
The President is likely to give us some leads in terms of what to expect when it comes to the policy direction for the economy when Dr. Atforson presents the 2025 budget on March 11. The President is also expected to use this presentation to tell us what this administration inherited from the previous government. We understand that President John Mahama will be candid in what some are describing as full disclosure, as he's likely to signal what he describes as some tough work ahead on the economy and the need for some expenditure cuts and required tax reforms and rationalization to firmly stabilize the economy. In terms of chronology of events, the State of the Nation address could set the stage for discussions on how to deal with the current challenges facing the economy, followed by the national dialogue on the 3rd of March and the 2025 budget presentation on March 11, 2025. But for some, the debate about the true state of the Ghanaian economy may not end even after this presentation by President John Mahama.
Two other stories. Ghana's 2024 trade report released by the Ghana Statistical Service has revealed that gold was the main export product of the country for last year. Asia topped the gold export destination of Ghana. There is more in this report.
The report showed that gold exports to Asia accounted for 65.4%, Europe 60.2%, and Africa 49.4%, while mineral fuels and oils predominated exports to North America, representing 60.9%. It further revealed that more than half of the exports to each continent were received by one country. In Asia, the United Arab Emirates received 53.1% of Ghana's exports. Canada received 58.6% of exports to North America. Switzerland accounted for 60.2% of exports to Europe. South Africa was the destination for 60.5% to other African countries. Brazil predominated exports to South America with a 94.1% share. The United Arab Emirates, Switzerland, and South Africa are the main export destinations for Ghana. Exports to these countries each exceeded 35 billion cedis, which when combined is more than a third of the total value of exports in 2024.
And that is a business desk report. Let's still stay on news related to the sector because export and import between Ghana and UK reached £1.6 billion in 2024. Now that's according to the UK Ghana Chamber of Commerce. Executive Director of the Chamber, Ajoba Chama, however, disclosed that exports to the UK declined by 24% due to some challenges faced by the Ghanaian manufacturing firms.
Trade between the UK and Ghana in 2024, when you add the total number of exports from Ghana to the UK as well as imports from the UK into Ghana, it totaled £1.6 billion. In terms of exports from the UK to Ghana, so imports into Ghana, that showed a slight increase. However, exports from Ghana to the UK declined, thereby leading to a 24% reduction in the total volume of trade as against 2023.
The question is, what really amounted to that decline?
It's very difficult for me to say because I haven't really interrogated those numbers.
Ajoba Chama is the Executive Director of the UK Ghana Chamber of Commerce, speaking to my colleague James Shen. A senior research fellow at the Institute of Fiscal Studies, Dr. Said Boachi, has attributed the country's unfavorable business climate to the rise in corruption activities in the public sector. Speaking at a press briefing in Accra, Dr. Boachi urged government to take swift action against individuals involved in corrupt practices.
According to a corruption survey commissioned by the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, it found that in 2021, 17.4 million individual bribes totaling an amount of 5 billion Ghana cedis were paid to Ghanaian public officials. In addition to bribery, corruption in the public sector is manifested in payroll fraud, rate procurement, inflated and needless contracts, sell-offs of public assets, and plain theft. By this means, corruption leads to depletion of public resources and an unfavorable business climate.
Dr. Said Boachi is a senior research fellow at the Institute of Fiscal Studies. The Ghana Association of Banks has expressed its commitment to work closely with the new Bank of Ghana governor to implement the necessary reforms to strengthen the financial sector. The association argues that these proposed priority areas and reforms outlined by the governor of the Bank of Ghana will go a long way to help de-risk the financial sector. John Iwa is chief executive of the Ghana Association of Banks.
Our collaborative effort with the central bank will be more deepened. Working relationships will be more professionally. Of course, it's been professional in the past, but it will be more enhanced professional working relationship, which is something that we are looking up to. And as banks, we would like to also support him, because when he's successful, we will be successful. And we'll do everything in our power as community of banks to ensure that the central bank is successful. Without a firm foundation, there is not much you can build. And without cleaning up of the environment, there's not much loan you can give. There's not much monetary policy that can drive the right behaviors and the right regulatory policy outcomes.
Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Banks, John Iwa. Now, the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council has pledged support for government 24-hour economic policy aimed at boosting trade and investment in the country. This is expected to attract foreign investment, to promote local businesses and enhance Ghana's competitiveness in the global market. Rosie Glazobrock is the chief executive of the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council and has been speaking to Joy Business.
Have a strategic partnership with the government of Ghana and also with the incoming Secretary General of the Commonwealth coming from Ghana, and I'm on her transition committee. It's putting business and trade at the centre and a priority for all of the Commonwealth countries to see that this is the glue that binds all of us together. We want Ghana to have a very strong presence at our Trade and Investment Summit in London in April, and I'm very pleased that many of the strategic partners will be already joining us at the Trade and Investment Summit in London.
Chief Executive of the Commonwealth Enterprise and Investment Council, Rosie Glazobrock. Now, the Acting Commissioner of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Kwesi, has promised to build a strong collaboration with MTN Ghana, one of the highest tax-paying companies in the country. Kwesi made this pledge after visiting the telecom firm to engage management and assure them of government support to drive economic growth.
We have to partner with our key taxpayers, which I call tax customers, because when we partner with our tax customers and we ensure that their businesses run smoothly and efficiently, and then we can also benefit from collecting the taxes rightly. So MTN has been a long partner as far as tax customers are concerned, and therefore, beginning my administration, it was important to visit them and to assure them that the partnership of working together to make sure that their business grows, they make the rightful profit, and consequentially we also collect the needed taxes is important.
Acting Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Kwesi. Let's talk about tech and investment. Can you determine an authentic website from a malicious or phishing website? Today, on Investor Technology Analyst Ebo Enomwa Mensah shares some tips on what that will enable you practice safe online banking and detect unsafe links. Take a listen.
Just like with the apps, you must know what app it is. With the websites where you're going for internet banking, you must know and be sure that the address you are trying to access is the correct address. Now, there are some guardrails there too. Okay, for any business that wants to put up a site like that, it's required that they have a security certificate on the site. So when you are accessing the site, your browser will check to see whether the certificate is authentic, and only genuine businesses can get this. Often fraudsters can't afford to go and get that certificate, right? Because of the stringent rules around it. So that's the first symbol. If you try to go to a site and then your browser says that the certificate is not trusted, stop. Right? That is the first indication that where you are going might be a phishing site.
And Ebuana Muamensa is the Chief Technical Officer at IT Consortium. Let's turn attention to the commodities market, and crude oil dropped to $72 a barrel. Gold lost more than $23 to open at $2,892 an ounce. Cocoa is selling at $9,230 a ton after increasing by $425. To the currency market, the dollar is going for 16 Ghana cedis. Now, that's the rate some of the forex bureaus are offering to their clients this morning. The British pound is selling at 19 cedis 80 pesos. The euro, on the other hand, is going for 16 Ghana cedis 50 pesos. The commercial banks are, however, selling a dollar at 15 Ghana cedis 50 pesos. And that's all for the Joy Business Report. Back to you, Dr. Kojo Jansen.
you do, and let Hefra come and chase me.
Oh, this one we confer on you, the doctor of.
Anyway. So, something inspiring, and this is an old classic. I love this song so much. Cindy Thompson. Yes, I am Paris. You know it.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Joy, joy in the morning. Yeah, if you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
In the morning time.
Winston is looking like he wants to say
Dr. Winston and Dr. Amor.
He's looking like he wants to say
Dr.
something
Jansen.
controversial.
Oh, yeah.
There's nothing
to say. Why in those days, you know, what's your height? No,
he'll immediately remember something from the early,
No, I remember something from the 90s when I was
that's right,
part of a choir.
Banker.
You know, at the time there were 19 groups, and so to be part of the 19 wasn't easy.
The pass testings were your choir practice.
Yeah, you do a lot of practice. You know. Every speech and class giving there, you had to be there. You know.
If you don't pick your notes
anyway, that was those years. Well, let's get into our Drive Safe campaign.
Yep.
Brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. And our tip today says, slow down. So part of being a defensive driver is driving at a safe speed. Defensive driving means always being aware of the current speed limit and following these laws. So, slow down and drive at a safe speed.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay then. Shall we learn how to say it right?
Please, let's do.
It's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done. You say either, I say either.
It's remarkable how some of the most simple English words are frequently mispronounced. Take this one for example. L-I-V-E. Live. Simple, right? Yet we often hear people say leave. L-E-A-V-E when they mean live. I used to think it was a particular accent from some part of Ghana, so I didn't really pay it much mind. But these days, I hear it from people of many different ethnic groups and tribes. I guess it's a mistake that can be made by Ghanaians irrespective of where they live. See what I did there? I just thought I'd slip that in before I leave. Okay, I'll stop showing off now. That one too, where is the origin of the
the etymology? There's a school of thought, E and A, vowel 1 and 2. Now there's a school of thought that says it's E and E as in one is stressed. And I think I've told you before, I had Professor Uso and Professor K.E. Youngson debating over, and I started with Professor Youngson because he said it is E and A. Because the phonetic environment determines whether a vowel is stressed or unstressed.
I mean, it's hard to it's hard to see the other argument. The Professor Usuanse's argument, because I mean, then what happens to words like big and is and this?
Yeah, so
fit. Are you saying that you pronounce all of those with an extended E?
Short one. So when we started learning phonetics and phonology, at the time, I mean, based on who teaches you, you're told it's E and E.
Wow.
But as you move on, then things begin to change. And so some people may have been confused, and they pick it up like that.
I live in Osu.
Okay, working encyclopedias, one lecture
anyway, let's do the news reviews brought to you by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, and Access Bank, more than banking.
So the daily graphic for today: government rallies MPs for Galamsey fight. So the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, has called on Parliament to support the comprehensive approach being rolled out by the government to clamp down on illegal mining known as Galamsey. She says since members of Parliament played a crucial role in shaping policies, providing oversight, and ensuring compliance within their constituencies, they were better placed to educate their constituents on responsible mining practices. Also on the front page, borders must pay boarding feeding fees. Education Forum stakeholders. Now, let me take you to this story because it's one that, because of a lot of conversations about free SHS. Now, according to the story, stakeholders in education have proposed a significant change in the country's free senior high school policy, suggesting that boarding students should be allowed to pay for their boarding and feeding fees. They suggested that only day students should be allowed to attend school for free in order to alleviate some of the financial burdens on the government. At the Bono East Ahafo and Western North Zone of the ongoing National Education Forum in Sunyani last Monday, stakeholders said the proposed funding model would promote quality education since the government would have enough resources to invest in other sectors of education.
I mean, isn't this what we've talked about on several occasions?
We've talked about this, but Kojo, for me, the question then is, so our political parties, because in the last election, the government today still said nobody is going to do that. When the suggestion came up, so you ask the question, what sort of consultations do our political parties engage in
before they come up with their manifesto?
Because if people, if people today are telling you, let boarding students pay their boarding and feeding fees, how is it possible that throughout the campaign nobody proposed this?
It's funny. I actually agree with something you said a few days ago, that perhaps it was just the NDC pulling a fast one, recognizing that the failures of the free SHS system fell around government's difficulty in paying such bills. And parents had got to the point where they were prepared to step in and pay just so that their children would be comfortable.
Yeah.
And knowing that that was the state of mind of the average Ghanaian, decided not to bother promising it. Simply to say, look, if free SHS is such a great thing, we won't touch it. We will simply come and review it, asking everybody to tell us what they think, knowing fully well that this is what people think. So they've come along and done exactly what they said. They've asked, and everyone is saying, why? Why should those who can afford pay? So now it looks like, well, we didn't say we are going to change it. You said we should change it.
And you see, what you said, that's what I see happening. And the moment the president said they were prepared to implement what the committee proposes or recommends, I knew this thing was going to happen. But that then takes me to the campaign, because the NPP had suggested that the NDC was going to cancel free SHS in its current form. And because that propaganda, here when I say propaganda, I'm not talking about peddling of falsehood. I'm talking about organized scheme for the dissemination of information. That propaganda actually worked in 2020. The NDC was quick to say, no, I'm not going to do anything like that. In fact, we're just going to improve free SHS. Nobody's going to cancel free SHS. We're not going to, we are going to make it better. And if anybody tells you that you had that, commercial, that person is a bloody liar. I didn't say that. Because there are people in rural areas who just don't care. For them, the most important thing is that their children went to secondary school, they were in a boarding house, whether they're day students, whatever. And if you're the NDC and had made the suggestion, then
it would have affected your votes in
so
those areas.
That also brings me to what politicians say to us. So they know sometimes what the truth is, but will just do everything and anything just to get our votes. That is problematic.
And Winston, for me, the argument is that NDC went to the polls. Majority of Ghanaians have voted on their manifesto. It is good to build consensus, but I still have a concern about this whole dialogue thing. So what if the recommendations that comes out of this meeting it contradicts what you promised in your manifesto? Which one are you going to weigh? Because then the argument is that, this is coming from a national consensus. But don't forget that you told the people that this is what you want to do. And they've given you the mandate. Go ahead and do it.
And
this whole thing about national dialogue in education, national dialogue in the economy.
And you see, the truth is that this consensus was there.
Yeah. And that was exercised
a lot
in
of
the
people,
vote that was given to the party.
A lot of people had said that free SHS in its current state was not the best. So please do something about it.
So basically, this is not new data.
Yeah.
No.
How people feel about free SHS was never new. Here on this show, people have expressed their views on free SHS to the extent that its champion, President Akufo-Addo, said that we were waging an attack.
Remember that program where you expressed all this concern.
So then the way people feel about free SHS, it's not new data. Okay, and I guess that's the point Winston is making, that you didn't need a national dialogue
to establish
tell you
this. Yeah.
And you should have put in your manifesto you are going to do this, and it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
The deception we engage in, so I won't do this. Anyway, let's wait for it. I mean, let's wait for the committee to finish its work, and we'll know what government intends to do. But stay away from Galamsey, Speaker warns MPs, and remove COVID-19 levy and VAT on transit cargo. That's according to the acting GPHA boss. We're waiting patiently for the budget. But first of all, the State of the Nation address today. Whole pilot training academy takes off this year, and we're told that is the back page. The planned pilot training academy at the Whole Airport, which has been in the offing for the past 9 years, will take off before the end of this year. This will come with a maintenance, repair, overhaul, hangar, cabin crew, and technicians training sessions. The founder of Africa World, Togbe Akpede the 14th, gave the assurance yesterday after he took part in a tour of the proposed site for the academy with the Volta Regional Minister James Gunu and the Managing Director of the Ghana Airports Company Limited, Yvonne Nana Efriye Opare, and other officials of the Ghana Airports Company Limited.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's good. Putting that facility to good use.
Yeah. I have a friend who is hell-bent on learning how to fly. But she was worried she would have to go to the US to do that. Well, maybe not anymore.
No. She can just go to Who and learn how to fly.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be bad at all. I see my son dressing like a pilot whenever they're doing career days in school.
You can go to Who and then.
I don't know if he wants to be a pilot, but that's what he's been. That's how he's been looking like. The last time he told me he wanted to be a carpenter.
Oh, yes, sir. Okay.
That's right. I mean, he's following in the footsteps of Jesus.
He said he wanted to be a carpenter and a fixer. Okay. That's a good thing. I don't know why Betty and Jojo are laughing. Because
fixing the Ghanaian
to be a carpenter
economy
is not easy.
Yeah.
It's a good job. We're all sitting on these furniture. Someone made them at good price.
Indeed.
The thing is about the premium we put on the technical bit of these kind of crafts.
And then Audrey Pingin Forson is a renowned carpenter. She, Francisca Kakra Forson's twin sister. She made furniture for the Black Panther movie.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic job.
Maybe it's about the spray. The thing about watchman and security man, front desk executive and a receptionist.
You see, let me just say this quickly. I have reached a stage where I appreciate people who have learned skills and can put it to practice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who can make things. Okay, so when I see the man who is able to repair a vehicle, I'm excited by it because I can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, and I mean, eventually, when your vehicle has a problem, you're going to drive to him.
Yeah. And today on the State of the Nation address, we'll be expecting the president to give us the state of the economy. And I know that debates will just begin today about what they inherited and whether it was a sick economy, a good economy, and I mean, all those things.
I've got to tell you, I'm hearing horror stories, and you know it always happens like that, right? They will always tell
when there's a new administration takes over.
But some of the stories I'm hearing are really, really worrying. I mean, if they are true, then God have mercy on our souls. You know, a source of mine at the health ministry was talking about a pit of debt of about 18 billion. Just things that are outstanding to be paid.
These are contract commitments.
18 billion at the time they walked through the door. So you just imagine you walk into an office where you are expected to deliver a mandate, but the first thing you are starting with is a pit of 18 billion CD debt.
And Winston, the argument comes up about the accounting system or method, whether we are going with the accrual or cash. And the argument is that when you go with the cash, they might have not, it was a surplus or a balanced one. But when you bring in the commitment, the interest and the arrears, it looks like the fiscal deficit could be huge.
Well, there's a whole debate on whether or not, but I think that
Ghana, the cash accounting or the accrual.
Ghana has accepted that it wants to go on accrual accounting basis, even within the public sector. And so there's no longer a debate. You know, I mean, during my my discussions in my accounting class, we've been having these debates. We've accepted to go
with the
with accrual consider account. So once the commitment, once the
it's
transaction
it's
occurs,
factored as a
it is
cost.
factored, and so let's not go into on cash basis.
Yes,
and
they've not spent,
we try to find things here and no. Long story short, that's how much you owe. Okay, that's how much you owe. But also, you also would have to sometimes, Kojo, and again, politicians do this. They tell you their liabilities without telling you their assets. So, this is how much you owe. How much are you expecting? Based on how much you owe. And also, talking about areas within the health sector, and we can all know which sector you're talking about if you go to. So, for instance, if we were to scrap the law that brought the capping of NHIA funds, for instance, how much funds are we going to get? Would those funds be enough to offset some of these debts? It's a conversation we can have. And I think that there is no business capping these funds. I have consistently maintained that if we did things well and right in this country, and I've had conversations with people within the Ghana Revenue Authority, and I've said it before, that somebody that I know went to audit a company, and the company's tax liability was in excess of 15 million. He, as a Ghanaian, who was supposed to help prepare, but when he realized that, he actually called GRA and said, this is what has happened. What happened? I'll tell you another day. That when officials from GRA went there, it didn't bring back 15 million cedis to the state.
Interesting.
Okay,
let's do the Ghanaian Times lead story. Mining must not be destructive, so says the Vice President. And also, Ghana records 44.7 billion in trade surplus for 2024, and the Ghana Statistical Service has released the Ghana Trade Report for last year. And if you study the trend, Winston and Coach, you realize that our exports have picked up strongly in terms of our earnings. For last year, for instance, we got around 295 billion Ghana cedis. In dollar terms, a little over $20 billion. But the argument is that, Kojo, it appears that the majority of these earnings are not owned by Ghanaians, so these monies are not finding their way back into the economy. So the good thing is that if you look at all the areas, even in the African continent and even to other markets, our exports have picked up strongly.
Very strongly. What was it the year before?
Well, it was way down. I think 100 and something in terms of cedi terms, in terms of even dollar terms as well.
It was around 4 or 5 billion trade surplus.
If you look at quick one, if you look at, for instance, 2023, we got about $16.8 billion, and in 2024 we got $20.6 billion.
Now this is the challenge for me. You make the point. Gold alone accounted for 55% of our exports. That's gold. Alone. More than half. Of our total export. That's, over about 160 billion Ghana cedis. That's gold. $10 billion.
But Winston, if you also look at the other sectors in terms of the export as well, they have picked up.
No, I'm coming. And I'm going to go to the other sectors. Then you get to petroleum, oils and all of that, accounting for some 17 or 18%. You've talked about ownership of these sectors. And you see, it's the reason we have this conversation all the time. And I talk about the fact that we have reached a stage that we must not just talk about, we want to enhance that, we want to transform. In transforming the economy, we must focus on ownership of the economy. I have said that. I do not understand, for instance, why, look, when Europe was going, the world was going green, and they realized that the current technology in a lot of European countries could be obsolete in no time. They looked towards Africa, knowing very well that Africa would take a long time to move. And that is part of the reason you had a lot of, automobile companies coming into Africa and coming into Ghana. And what did you see? You saw the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel, leading German businesses into Ghana. They think ahead. So what are we doing? How is it possible that today, even our neighbors, Nigeria, make it so difficult for Ghanaians to, export into Nigeria? When we talk about free movement of goods and services, the only thing that we encourage free movement is in persons. And we have a lot of foreign nationals in this country. I don't have a problem with that. But if you are not prepared to allow me to move my goods and services into your country, then we must have another conversation about your people coming into my country.
Winston, the gold argument you raised maybe makes a strong case for us to see how we can develop our non-traditional exports. And maybe that could be the way where some of the things could directly
It's
come
the
to.
ownership question.
Yeah.
It's the ownership question. Because even here, so what it tells you is that all of this galamsey that is actually polluting our country, destroying our water and all of that, the real fat cat at the end of the value chain is not even a Ghanaian. You understand? So we are doing this. We are digging and destroying our own land to feed somebody else, somebody from another country. It's ridiculous.
But I think that Winston, thumbs up to Professor Somakobni Nina and his guys at the Discourse Service for the great work that these guys have been doing and putting out all these reports. Now, it's not about hearsay. You have real data to guide policy and even public discussions as well. And thumbs up to the
Ghana,
guys.
they're just some 5 Ogasco boys. We can sort it out.
We'll talk about that one later.
I'm happy that Professor Kobna Enim,
funky bus.
He's still at the Ghana Statistical Service.
Yes.
If there's one person who must be maintained in his position, it's him. Because he's giving us a lot of data. But, he's actually shown us, look, whenever I watch even the CPI all the time, you see how the nation is going and areas that we must tackle. Unfortunately, in Ghana, the policy that is needed never gets. But let me just quickly add the Ghanaian, the new finder. Guta anticipates scrapping of nuisance taxes in upcoming budget reading. Government to roll out microfinance policy by year end. And 2024 Ghana Trade Report reviews a strong economic outlook. Let's go for the online news review.
It's brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goil Good Energy, Goil Yanara Yendia. So Mahama to deliver first SONA in second term. And was this as he
resets Ghana with bold economic vision?
Thank you very much.
Gas explosion. Okay, hold on. Gas explosion at University of Ghana's Bush Canteen destroys several stores. Ghana risk losing port traffic to neighbors over COVID-19 tax. I told you about that. And people have turned NPP structures into money-making machine. Chairman Sabunsu. NS Yakumi, Supreme Court stops Koforidua High Court from sentencing Akwetia MP. CityNewsroom.com. Cement prices surge again as retailers cite import cost. There you have it. And TUC outlines key expectations ahead of Mahama's address. And CNN says coffin set to contain hostages' bodies arrive in Israel and Palestinian prisoners freed as Gaza truce nears expiry. Anyway, let's go for the BBC News then.
All right, and the BBC News is brought to you by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Is success. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello and welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service with James Copnall and Victoria Wonhunda. Great to have you with us.
Hundreds of Palestinian prisoners being freed by Israel in return for the bodies of 4 Israeli hostages in Gaza. It's the final exchange of the first phase of the ceasefire deal. Attention now turns to what happens when the first phase expires.
frantic diplomatic activities surrounding Ukraine at the moment. Britain's Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer is in Washington for a meeting with President Donald Trump. And on Friday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky will be a guest at the White House.
We'll discuss this with Finland's foreign minister. And in Romania, the pro-Russian politician Călin Georgescu has been detained by the police and accused of associating with neo-fascist groups. He'd been a shot victor in the first round of presidential elections last year before they were annulled with accusations of Russian interference.
First, the news.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. Hamas has said it's ready for negotiations for the second phase of the Gaza ceasefire deal after the final exchange of Phase 1 saw the release of hundreds of Palestinian prisoners overnight in return for the bodies of 4 Israeli hostages in Gaza. Buses carrying Palestinians arrived in Ramallah in the occupied West Bank to cheers. Our Middle East regional editor Sebastian Usher is in Jerusalem.
There's still huge question marks over what comes next. This was set out as a 3-phase deal. When Phase 1 ends, Phase 2 should begin. Phase 2 would see the release of all the remaining Israeli hostages, alive or dead. It would see Israeli troops withdraw fully from Gaza, and it would see an end to the current hostilities there. But there are still big differences between Hamas and Israel over this. The Israeli government essentially does not want Hamas to play any role in Gaza anymore. That's something that Hamas has so far rejected.
Thousands of forced labourers who've been released from scam centres along the Thai-Myanmar border are stranded in makeshift camps in Myanmar, with some reporting poor food supplies and sanitation. The process of repatriating the workers has stalled. Our Southeast Asia correspondent Jonathan Head is on the border.
Around 8,000 workers have been freed from these scam centres under pressure from Thailand, which has started cutting power and telecoms to these centres. So the local militias have started trying to play ball and show that they're willing to shut these scam centres down. But the problem is that the Thais don't seem to be ready at the moment to take those 8,000 people over here. This is the only way they can get out and get back to their countries. So for the moment, they're stranded in deteriorating conditions.
Jonathan Head reporting. The US Department of Defense has said it will begin removing transgender soldiers from the military in 30 days unless they obtain a waiver. It said exceptions could be made for individuals who work in vital roles. Pentagon data says several thousand are thought to be transgender. Britain's Prime Minister Keir Starmer says continued American military support will be essential after any ceasefire in Ukraine in order to deter a possible renewed attack by President Putin. Sir Keir will meet President Trump in Washington later in what correspondents say could be a key meeting to hold together the strained Western alliance. He spoke earlier at a meeting with business leaders in Washington.
My message is really simple, that there is no more important relationship for the United Kingdom in defence, in security, in trade, in tech, in finance, and so much more. We have an incredible $1.5 trillion invested in each other's economies. Our trading relationship is not just strong, it's fair and balanced.
World News from the BBC. The FBI in the United States has accused North Korea of stealing $1.5 billion worth of cryptocurrency in what's thought to be the biggest heist of its kind. The Dubai-based cryptocurrency exchange Bybit reported the missing Ethereum cryptocurrency last week. North Korea has a large army of hackers working to raise money for the sanctioned communist government. 2,000 people have been forced from their homes by a forest fire in northern Japan. The blaze, burning through parts of coastal Iwate Prefecture, has destroyed 6 square kilometres and more than 80 buildings. Japanese Self-Defence Force helicopters have been deployed to help contain it. A survey in Britain's found a third of young unemployed people aren't working because they have anxiety or depression in what researchers call a mental health crisis. The study suggests the COVID pandemic and the UK's soaring cost of living has made matters worse. Harry, who's 23, left school in 2019 with his A-levels, but during the COVID pandemic his mental health declined and he was not in employment or training for 3 years.
I just would stay in bed for most of the day. For years, pretty much, just feeling like I had nowhere to go. I think as a young person, when you're struggling, your mental health, it's more just, just go get a job, or you've got world of opportunity at your fingers, but it doesn't feel like that when you're in that room.
1 in 10 of the unemployed survey respondents said they left work in the last year because of their mental health. A court in Vietnam has sentenced a leading independent journalist to 30 months in prison over his social media posts that criticised the government. Truong Huy San, known by his pen name Huy Duc, worked for state-run newspapers but also wrote a popular Facebook blog in which he took Vietnam's leadership to task on issues including corruption, media censorship and environmental concerns. Vietnam's jailed a number of people recently over their social media posts. BBC News.
When you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, anywhere I go, anything you do, I live for you. Anywhere. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
Ago Ghana. Danwell Insurance is rewarding you from now until March. Switch to Danwell for exceptional service and prompt claims payment and win rewards like fuel coupons, microfiber dusters and more. Loyal customers, we've got you too. Renew your policy and enjoy these exciting rewards because staying with Danwell pays. Let's keep you protected, rewarded and smiling. Visit any Danwell office, talk to your agent or broker or call 0242 439 488 or 0302 763 065 for your policy. So switch to Danwell Insurance now. Terms and conditions apply.
Danwell Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Hello, excuse me. This Milo pack looks different. I'm seeing support energy release BAM on the pack.
Yes, so the support energy release means when you give your kids Milo as part of breakfast, you are giving them energy to help give their best in school.
Ah, then I like this one.
Your jams need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast, now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further. Milo. This advert is FDA approved.
Doing good is man's most glorious task. MTN Ghana Foundation unveils 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the finale of MTN Heroes of Change. After receiving thousands of entries, shortlisting and ranking all across Ghana to confirm their various projects, it's time to honor and celebrate these 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the amazing work they've done in their communities in the areas of education, health and economic empowerment. MTN Heroes of Change Season 7 coming soon on this station and online.
Electroland Ramadan promotion is here. Get unbeatable deals on top brands Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. Get NASCO 166-liter top mount freezer at 3,999 Ghana cedis plus a free flask. NASCO tabletop freezer starting from 1,999 Ghana cedis plus a free flask. NASCO chest freezer at 3,899 Ghana cedis plus free NASCO deep fryer. Get our Media 198-liter chest freezer at a whopping shipping discount from 5,249 Ghana cedis to 3,999 Ghana cedis. For 4,499 Ghana cedis, you can get a TCL bottom mount fridge plus free NASCO meat grinder. Get our Samsung top load washing machine at 6,499 Ghana cedis plus free NASCO deep fryer. Rush to our showrooms and authorized dealers across Ghana. Call 0503 159 739 for inquiries. Electroland, home of affordable luxury appliances and electronics.
Adwa, Grandma looked very peaceful. I was completely amazed when I saw her neatly presented. She looked just like she was sleeping.
You haven't seen anything yet, my brother. You should have seen the care and quality treatment they gave her at transitions. One man, one room, just like a 5-star hotel.
Wow.
And not only that, we had a dedicated person to guide the family through the funeral planning process.
Are you sure?
Of course. From picking her up to when we lowered Grandma down, everything was completely stress-free. They had all the needed funeral services, caskets, hearse, chapel, and so much more.
This one, dear, no family fights after all.
I'm so happy we made a right decision to use transitions.
With Transitions, your loved one gets the best of care while the family enjoys a stress-free funeral planning process. Call us now on 0302 634 706. And oh, did I tell you they are affordable? Transitions, the funeral people.
You are starting life, you want financial freedom. You know where to go for your child's education, financial freedom. We got solutions just for you. For your retirement plan, employee wellness and benefits. Old Mutual, your preferred insurer. Old Mutual is the best.
What are you waiting for? Come and join us. Call us on 030-7600. Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Do great things every day. Do great things every day.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah, wake up to joy.
producing this one for Aaliyah.
We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat. Step two, step two, step two, step two, step two.
It's 16 past 7 on the Super Morning Show right here on Joy 99.7 FM, and today of the committee. Listen to this.
I would again ask that you withdraw the word rudely.
Chairman, one more time, I will not withdraw. I'm sorry.
Will you withdraw?
Chairman, I'm sorry, I will not withdraw.
Well, to demonstrate to you that I am the chairman for this particular vetting committee, that may be your last question. By our rules, you will be requested to withdraw and sometimes apologize. When you refuse to do so, he is even lucky that I have not even cited him for contempt.
Winston, is Ahiafo still in control of this committee?
Well, I've heard people make a lot of comments about whether or not. I think also that Bernard Ahiafo may be following a lot of the commentary on social media. Look, you can actually disagree with the question that, Alexander Apenyomaking asked. You can say, oh, come on, Honorable Minority Leader. How do you expect the nominee to show this? So, Mr. Chairman, and you say, oh, well, and the nominee can actually say, no. I mean, Honorable Minority Leader, I cannot let you ask this question. That's a nice way of saying you've been overruled. But your question overruled. Look, if you ask me, I think that a question on someone showing how dance is performed at
is that the question that?
Yeah. So can you show us? I mean, we'll bring you the full subsequent. But can you show us? I do not think that was an appropriate question. I do not think that was an appropriate question. But again, you leave it to the nominee. I mean, the nominee is a lawyer. He's a lecturer. He certainly will be able to decide whether or not he wants to answer that question or not. He can simply say, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, but I don't have that expertise. Yeah. I think that the problem also stems from how the chairman goes about, and even the tone. Listen to this carefully. The tone in his voice in itself. He's shouting and saying, would you withdraw or not? At that point in time, that's the kind of response you get. The moment you make it feel that you're commanding, the moment you make it feel like you have to do this at all costs, that person can say, I won't do it. And look, this vetting in itself is not the best of vetting that we've seen in this country. In fact, it's probably one of my worst vettings I've seen in this country.
Please, say it well. You are talking about the committee, right?
Yes, this is the worst appointments committee I have seen. Because the questions are just substandard. And yet, even the hung parliament did not have this kind of problems with in the appointments committee. The subject matter, members who come there don't ask the relevant questions you expect. I don't know how we came back. I mean, I don't know how the appointments were made to the committee, and what you hear is like,
there's some guy who keeps popping up. I don't know if he's a member of the committee, but he keeps popping up to ask questions, and I'll be honest, I'm yet to be impressed by a single question he asked, and he passes unnecessary comments. He's the guy who told John Dumelo that he should try to be serious because this is not one of his acting jobs.
That's Abib Idris.
I mean, what did he think?
He's a deputy. Abib Idris. It's a deputy minority whip.
Hey.
Yes.
So what's his problem? Is this his contribution to determining whether these people can be ministers or not? To come and Charlie, the standard is poor. The standard is poor, and somebody has to say it, that this appointments committee, they don't seem to come prepared to vet these candidates. The questions are all over the place. The leadership of the committee is just, it's not convincing. You know what I mean? It's not. He's not a convincing leader. But he's a second deputy speaker, is he
First
not?
deputy speaker.
First deputy speaker. That's crazy, man. Because you have to be able to command without screaming. You have to be a person who inspires people to respond to your authority.
And look,
you can't be shouting at people.
Yes, I have heard Oseche Mensah-Bonsu use similar words at Duajaho when he was first deputy speaker. This is whimsical, capricious, and bogus. All Duajaho said, and look, you would like Duajaho for how he goes about it. Honorable member, you are out of order. End of story. Okay? And look, when Duajaho goes about it, I mean, after all the complaints, you move on. What I am trying to say is simply this. If a minister, I mean, if your member says he's not going to apologize, and I felt that if the chairman felt unhappy, and sometimes you're using it, if you say something is whimsical and is capricious, and you say that the chairman is being rude, is arrogant, and he takes exception to it. I thought that Alexander Apanyomakin could have also apologized, so that the vetting continues.
This whole thing started because he went to ask somebody to dance in an interview.
Yes.
I mean, do you think,
problem?
Do you think this is X Factor?
And that's the challenge.
I mean, come on, have some respect for the job you've been given. You're turning it into some kind of side show where all you are interested in is trending. You want to say things that will trend. You have a job to do. Get serious. You are the leader of the minority. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know what to say to these people anymore. These are the adults in the room. Oh. What kind of behavior is this? Anyway, this is what we voted for, Anna. Okay. Well, it's not our views that matter, it's yours. Tell us what you think about how the appointments committee is doing, okay? We're talking about it today. Use the hashtag JoySMS when you post on X. We'll share your thoughts with everyone.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
Have you heard about the incredible benefits of Excellium from Total Energies? Well, let me tell you more about this premium fuel with its amazing 3-in-1 power. Total Energies introduces Excellium new formula, the additive enriched fuel with its powerful 3-in-1 actions that cleans your engine and extends its life, and of course lowers your fuel consumption thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear and detergent additives. Excellium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. You will drive, sir. Experience the difference in Total Energy's Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
I go Ghana.
Winston.
Now, Danwell Insurance is rewarding you from now till March. Switch to Danwell Insurance for exceptional service and prompt claims payment and win rewards like fuel coupons, microfiber dusters, and many more. For already existing loyal customers, we've got you covered too. Simply renew your insurance policy and enjoy exciting rewards. Insuring with Danwell Insurance pays. Let's keep you protected, rewarded, and smiling. Visit any Danwell office, talk to your agent or broker, or call 0242 439-4888 or 0302-763-065 for your policy today. So switch to Danwell Insurance today. T's and C's apply. Danwell Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.
All right. Well, peace of mind monitoring. Monitoring power. Motoring. Peace of mind motoring starts with Toyota Ghana. Drive with complete confidence this year. Toyota Ghana is proud to present their game-changing extended warranty, 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Forget the worry of unexpected repair costs and focus on enjoying the road ahead. Secure your peace of mind today with Toyota Ghana extended warranty. Now there's more. When you purchase your Toyota vehicle from their branches, you are assured of 1 year or 20,000 kilometers free service. Yeah, free. Talk about unbeatable value. Call Toyota Ghana today on 0302 429 80125 and let them get you started. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota. Toyota Ghana Limited is the right dealership for Toyota vehicles.
So we're providing a special deal on the robust Amarok pickup. The Amarok is a 2.0 liter workhorse which produces 177 horsepower with a trailer weight of 550 kilograms. It can carry the necessary load to get the job done. The Amarok is a fuel efficient pickup with the maximum power of the task ahead. Starting price is 500,000 Ghana cedis. Take advantage now. Hurry while stock lasts. T's and C's apply. You're invited to Volkswagen Ghana's Brand Experience Day on Saturday, 1st March 2025. Come experience and test drive all our range of models available. Call or WhatsApp VW Ghana on 025-795-6688 for more information about our range of models: Vetus, T-Cross, Tiguan, All-Space, Terramount, and the Amarok pickup.
Now, Ghana, let's talk water tanks. Did you know the secret to real water storage? It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right, the tortoise tank. Syntex tank, the champion of water tanks. It is strong, it's durable, and it's built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So, listen, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex Tank family today and enjoy water storage that is tough like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy now or find one of their 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank, are you strong? Are you tough?
Ladies and gentlemen, here's some exciting news. Omnibasic Bank, Ghana's fastest growing and coolest bank, has a new tagline: not just another bank. Yeah, you heard right. Omnibasic Bank has a new tagline: not just another bank, and we're redefining banking with a renewed commitment to making you, our cherished partner, the happiest customer. This new era reinforces our resolve to be the bank of choice, where continuous innovation drives exceptional customer experience 24/7. Not just another bank means banking with confidence and excitement, knowing that your bank is truly extraordinary. Evolve with us. Call us on 0307086000 or 0302758555, or call us on toll-free 0800 100 790. Omnibasic Bank, not just another bank.
Now, conferencing doesn't have to be the same boring routine. The location for your next conference can be both result-centered and relaxing. Aqua Safari Resort gives you the best of both worlds and more. Let them take the stress out of the process. Just call them on 054-011-0190 and watch your conferences and events effortlessly taken care of.
So renewing a motor insurance policy with SG Ghana is not just about getting reliable cover for you and your vehicle. There are amazing extra benefits that will blow your mind. From now to the 30th of May 2025, buy or renew your motor insurance policy with SG Ghana. Sound, drive, and win big in the SG Insure and Win promo. You stand a chance of winning a 2-night all-expense-paid stay for 2 at the luxurious Safari Valley Resort. You could also win 4 brand new tires or free car servicing for a whole year. There's more. Get up to 1,000 cedis free fuel instantly just for renewing or buying your comprehensive motor insurance policy from SG Ghana. Call 0302214314 for more information. Walk into the nearest SG Ghana branch to buy or renew your motor insurance policy today. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Carters Lottery platform. SG Ghana Sound Drive is underwritten by Sanlam Alliance General. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Right, KingdomStoreOnline.com is the portal for the best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and and stationery from Kingdom Books. You can pay via Momo across all networks and get very fast delivery to your home or office. If you live in Accra or Tema, that delivery is also free. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. All right, let's roll. It's time for...
Before you do that, could you let me tell you about Imperial General bringing us the Asempa Motor promo? Because from now till the 30th of April, win big with Imperial General with the Asempa Motor promo. It's good news. Renew your existing policy or sign up for a motor insurance policy from Imperial General and win handsome rewards. Yes, it's instant. Just ensure and pick your rewards, fuel coupons, give vouchers, special souvenirs, and many more. Imperial has made your renewal process simple. Just click on the link in the renewal notification message from Imperial and follow the prompt, and bingo, your renewal is done. And here's the big deal. Imperial is also giving you a free 1-year life insurance as part of your motor insurance policy. So get it double from Imperial General. Call us today on 0577 667 436 or talk to your broker or any of our agents across the country for further details. You can also follow us on all our socials. Terms and conditions apply. Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
All right, sports, birthdays, and food for thought, plus more coming up on the Super Morning Show. Don't miss any of it.
Good is man's most glorious task. MTN Ghana Foundation unveils 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the finale of MTN Heroes of Change. After receiving thousands of entries, shortlisting and ranking all across Ghana to confirm their various projects, it's time to honor and celebrate these 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the amazing work they've done in their communities in the areas of education, health, and economic empowerment. MTN Heroes of Change Season 7 coming soon on this station and online.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good. Active Insurance, Mamo Official Po. Buy or renew your motor insurance in the Active Official PAP promo and walk away with instant gifts such as free fuel coupons, car dusters, and branded souvenirs. Dial *713*313# or visit any of our branches, agents, and brokers nationwide to buy or renew your motor insurance policy. Get activated and receive your instant gift. Promo ends on 30th April 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Active Insurance. Our clients, our passion.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when the children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
No, stop action, mommy. All the learning and sports demands a lot of energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, and dirty shoes, they show that your kids have been very active.
Hey, Samo!
Your jams need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast, now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further. Milo. This advert is FDA approved.
All right, as always, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN, everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. All right,
let's see whose birthday it is. Quickly, happy birthday to Miss Walasi Ablagbedi, who is a client service executive at Sotel Unified Communications Ghana Limited Airport Residential Area. Wishing her good health and wealth in everything she does, and it's coming from Anku Lechu, which means we can now bring you the Sports Center.
Oh, Ebe, I beg, one more birthday wish, and then we can move on. So this one, if I don't do, they'll kill me. It says, wishing the most wonderful 40th birthday to my husband and friend, the love of my life, Mr. Kweku Enimboating, a.k.a. Sugar, the managing director of Omni Projects Limited. I want to thank you for being the most amazing husband and father to our kids. Cheers to another year of adventures, memories, and love shared with you. It's from your wife, Faustina Amano Enimboating, and the kids, Ohiniwa, Chief, and AJ. Remain blessed. Isn't that nice? Okay, all right. Okay, that brings us nicely to the Joy Sports Center, which is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And if it's football you want, DSTV has got it all. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. This season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
And as the new year begins, it's essential to take the right steps towards achieving financial stability. The start of a new year is a perfect opportunity to set your financial goals and start on the right path. An input from a professional can make the difference. And at Standard Chartered Wealth Management Limited Company, you have access to a wide range of investment options that offer you monthly and half-yearly interest payments through diversified investment portfolios. Call us on 0233 000041 or 0200 127755, or visit us on the 4th floor of the Opebia House, Airport Accra today, and speak with our certified investment advisors on what options suit your financial objectives and risk appetite. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Thank you very much, Winston. Good morning to you. Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentu, Tahiru Fentu. Coming up,
McAllister, Salah, McAllister. That's more like it from Liverpool. Calmness with a clinical edge. And that should be enough.
Yeah, Liverpool, they crushed Newcastle last night to open a 13-point lead at the top of the Premier League, as wobbly Arsenal fall further down the title race after yet again dropping points. Also, in this bulletin,
Savinho, Haaland helps it on. Nico Gonzalez to Jeremy Doku, sitting into the penalty area again. Haaland, it's a tap-in. Manchester City run it through as Haaland passes to the back of the net.
Erling Haaland back from injury and firing. Man City, they were winners over Tottenham Hotspur last night to get back into the top 4. We'll review last night's action from the Premier League, but there's only one place to start. That is Inter-School Sport is taking center stage today and tomorrow in Cape Coast and in the Ashanti region. In the Central region, the regional second cycle schools and colleges athletics competition, popularly known as Super Zonals, is kicking off this morning. Rivalries, including that of St. Augustine's College and Infansipim School, will be renewed. Nathaniel Atto, a past student of Ogasco, is our man on the ground, and he has a lowdown on what to expect from the 2-day competition in Cape Coast.
This is a traditional sports competition where most of the talents that eventually become national stars are developed. There's an age-long rivalry that will be talked about a great deal when the competition begins. One of the most important things is that we're going to see an electrifying atmosphere in the stands. But the key talking points here at the Cape Coast Stadium amongst the students and everyone else here will be some key talents, including Joseph Andok of Infansipim School, who became the overall best athlete for Zone 3. Now, he is a champion in the 100 meters and 200 meters events. And of course, in the girls' competition, everybody will be talking about Believe McAfee of Ifutu Sectec. Now, she is multi-talented and takes part in the 100 meters, 200 meters, and 400 meters events. Everyone will be looking forward to what Believe will be able to do here on these very big tracks. We can also talk about the age-long rivalry between Infansipim School and St. Augustine's College. Well, Infansipim School overpowered St. Augustine's College and won the Zone 3 championships and are coming in with a lot of confidence. We can also talk about Adesadel College, who won the Zone 1 competition and are coming here to prove that they are the true champions. Of course, we do not really see Wesley Girls and Holy Child establishing the dominance that we've known them for. That dominance has been taken over by Edinaman Senior High School, and they have to be watched out greatly when the competition begins here at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. So it's all ready to go. The pitch is looking lush green for all of the field action, and the stands will be filled with students who are eagerly wanting to support their respective athletes to reach for the top. We will be here to bring you all of the records when they are set and all of the big moments when they happen.
That's Nathaniel Atto. St. Augustine's College proudly are the record winners of this competition in the Central Region. They're 14-time champions. Closely behind them is Infansipim School, who have won this 13 times. So it's a straight fight over increasing the lead or equaling St. Augustine's College. Should be exciting. For St. Augustine's College headmaster, Dr. Patrick Appiah, he's confident his school will emerge champions yet again.
We have great sprint in the long distance, and that is where they hand you to watch us. Last year they took a lot of gap for us, close to 100 plus, but this year at the inter-school athletics, 28 points were the difference, and that is not a story to tell. We have done it before. In 2019 they took the inter-school athletics and we came back beating them to the super zonals, being the first. St. Augustine's College has a history of perseverance. Perseverance in this will conquer all, and in these few days St. Augustine's College will prove to the world that perseverance indeed conquers all.
That's the headmaster for St. Augustine's College, Dr. Patrick Appiah. As far as the women's division is concerned in the Central Region, Holy Child School are the record winners. In fact, APAM SHS, are the record winners of that competition, the girls division. They're 9-time champions. And then you've got Holy Child, who've won it 5 times. Wesley Girls, showing that they can be good at sport as well. They're also 5-time champions of this competition. So it will be very interesting to see how it all unfolds today and tomorrow. The 100-meter boys and girls heats will headline the morning session of the Central Region Second Cycle Schools and Colleges Athletics Competition. That will run from 8 a.m. to 12 noon today. Meanwhile, in Kumasi, the Babaya Sports Stadium will be the center of attention for the Ashanti Region's edition of the Second Cycle Schools and Colleges Athletics Competition. That will also happen today and tomorrow. My colleague Stephen Zando with Love FM in Kumasi has a brief history of what to expect in the build-up to the competition.
Defending champions for the boys category, Prempeh College will be joined by 29 other schools, including giants like UAS, UKES and TIAMAS, the most successful school in this category with 14 titles in total, but having been crowned champions of the boys division in 7 years since winning their last in 2018. Also for the girls, defending champion St. Louis, who won it back-to-back in 2023 and 2024, seeks to achieve a three-peat, but they have to compete keenly against 29 other schools, including giants like St. Monica's, Kumasi Girls and TIAMAS, the most successful school again with 9 titles, but their last crown was back in 2019. Events like 400 meters, 100 meters and 110 meters hurdles, high jump, triple jump, 200 meters, 800 meters are key events expected to take place on day 1 of the Super Zonals. In a move to ensure students and fan safety in and around the Babayara Sports Stadium today and tomorrow, the GES have engaged the Ghana Police Service to increase police personnel and also patrol the stadium with motorbikes to protect fans and properties.
That's Stephen Zando's report, and the Ashanti Regional Physical Education Coordinator Ben Essien Blay has assured patrons that adequate security measures are in place to avoid any disruptions.
Security plays important role in the success of the competition, especially as we have been experiencing students' riots at the stadium. This time round, we are not only increasing police presence at the stadium, but police patrol teams will also be deployed to patrol in and around the stadium and to escort some schools even after the competition. All students coming to the stadium will be thoroughly searched to ensure that there will not be any entry of weapon-like materials or missiles.
That's Ben Essien Blay. He is the Ashanti Regional Physical Education coordinator. So the inter-schools competition taking center stage today and tomorrow. Joy Sports will provide updates all throughout the day on all our social media platforms as well as our radio and TV channels. So do stay with us for all of that. Now let's do some local football because the Ghana Premier League is set to return on Friday, March 7. That will come after over a month of suspension following the fatal stabbing of the Kotoko fan Francis Frimpong, also known as Nana Poli, on February 2 in Swatre. Victor Achutamaklu of the Joy Sports Desk has more from the Ghana Football Association statement from yesterday that confirmed the return of the league.
The league's return, according to the FA, is subject to the safety and security assurance inspection of all venues currently being undertaken by the GFA and the Ministry for Sports and Recreation. As part of the league's resumption, the FA has also announced the fixtures for match day 20 that have been scheduled for Tuesday, March 18 to Thursday, March 20, and then match day 21 games will take place across the approved venues on Tuesday, April 1st to Thursday, April 3rd, with match day 22 fixtures slated for Tuesday, April 15 to Thursday, April 17. Kotoko postponed the MTN FA Cup tie against Sekendi 11 Wise. That game has been scheduled for the 12th of March 2025.
Victor Achutamaklu. Now, the Women's Africa Cup of Nations is set to take place in June this year in Morocco, but the qualifiers for the 2026 edition is already beginning. The second round of qualifiers for the 2026 edition will be played between October 20 and 28, 2025. The Black Queens, they will face Egypt in that second round qualifier later in October this year. The 2026 edition of the Women's AFCON will also take place in Morocco, just like the 2024 edition, which is going to be played later this year after it was postponed from last year. Let's stay with national team news, this time with the Black Stars, and Jordan Ayew is set to replace Thomas Partey as the substantive captain of the national team. Joy Sports' Muftar Nabila Abdullahi has exclusive details of the leadership changes in the national team.
Joy Sports understands that Jordan Ayew will be made a substantive captain of the Black Stars following conversations the leadership of the Ghana Football Association and the technical team had with some selected players within the Black Stars. Per sources, Jordan Ayew was told he would be the substantive captain, whilst Thomas Partey, who deputized for Andre Ayew, was offered the role of a first assistant captain to Jordan Ayew. Sources claim that Thomas Partey rejected the role as first assistant to Jordan Ayew. However, he made himself available to compete for the country when called upon. He also stated that when it comes to leadership, he is not willing to be part of any leadership structure within the Black Stars. We understand Alexander Jiku has also been offered the role as the assistant captain to Jordan Ayew.
Quite a lot happening with the Black Stars. That's Muftar Nabila Abdullahi there. Before we go, former Chelsea and Galatasaray striker Didier Drogba has jumped into the defense of Jose Mourinho, saying that the Portuguese coach is not a racist and history is there to prove it. Remember, Mourinho is facing criminal prosecution in Turkey for claiming that Galatasaray fans and the bench in particular were jumping around like monkeys. Yesterday, Liverpool, they won 2-0 to open a 13-point lead at the top of the Premier League table. That was after Arsenal dropped points yet again with a 0-0 draw against Nottingham Forest. It's all just falling apart for Mikel Arteta's Arsenal.
Bottling FC. Let's move on. Bottling FC. Don't bottle it.
Man, you had a man sent off though,
yes,
but they showed great resilience.
Yes.
To win by 3-2 against Ipswich.
This season we're fighting relegation, but it is well.
Yeah. Man City also got victory, and they're back in the top 4, push Chelsea back out of the top 4. So interesting race ahead. But that's all the sport this morning. And you can find more on our website, matchonline.com/sports. Winston, I'm sure you're excited about the inter-schools, yeah?
Oh, of course.
Which school did Uncle Ebo go to?
Uncle Ebo, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Abadi sir.
Yes, Uncle Ebo, it's time for food for thought.
And thank you.
Good morning, Uncle. How are you?
Yes. I'm doing good. And you?
I'm okay. I'm okay by God's grace.
No, Fento has brought memories. Memories of Interco.
Yes. Uncle, Fento is asking the school that you attended.
Oh, I went to Osu Presby.
Yes.
Did you participate in the sports hall?
I did till somebody retired me as a 100-meter run sprinter.
Uncle, you were retired.
I retired.
He didn't retire. He was retired.
He was retired.
It
Yes.
means he was busy.
Oh.
I could not understand how somebody would beat me, the champion from South Central.
Oh. Sometimes, it's good to be confident, but sometimes when reality dawns, you realize that, Charlie, your confidence is no match to someone else's pace.
No, you're right. I had to admit that. The Ghana boys, I was no match for the Ghana boys. So.
But uncle, you look nimble-footed, pound. Like the way you be, your sprinting will be nice, because you be only be on your toes.
Yeah, but I still kept my record as South Central champion.
Okay. So, uncle, we can say you are a local champion.
That's right.
I am a proper local champion.
Okay. I see. Anyway,
listen. For the month of February, that's the month of love, I committed myself to posting one tip on love for men on social media every day.
Yes.
Today is the 27th of February, and so far, I have not missed a day's tip, thanks to the team that works around the clock to make it possible. The reactions to the tips have been interesting. I like the fact that those who follow me on social media are not afraid to disagree with me and to say so. I believe that is what social media should be, a platform for learning and sharing ideas and engaging each other. I am grateful for all the comments that come in after every post. It looks like more women have followed the tips than men, although the tips are for men.
They'll teach their husbands.
Typically, the women listen to the post and then they forward it to the men in their lives. But there is one post that got the most disagreement from the women. In this post, I said to men, quote, "Don't make your woman make you cry, and don't let your woman see you cry."
I saw that. Yes, I saw that.
You saw that?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay. One lady said the advice was a cake. The other said, quote, "As for this, I disagree with you, but you still remain my favorite cyber uncle." End of quote. I love that comment. The reactions of the men on the platform were very different. They wrote that they understood what I had said. I was happy at the interactions because my goal has always been to generate conversation and foster understanding of love and the differences between men and women. And to those who disagreed with me, I say I respect and appreciate your disagreement. Thank God we have a platform for learning from one another. Next month, that is in March, I intend to bring a tip on understanding men to women on a daily basis.
Okay.
Some of the points I make may be controversial, but I hope they will provoke a healthy discussion on social media. But back to this particular controversial post. I'm aware that the younger generation rejects the philosophy that says, "Bury men in soup." That is, a man does not cry. I'm aware of the encouragement for men to make themselves vulnerable in love relationships and in marriage. I'm aware that women find it cute that a man would express his emotions even in tears from time to time. But I'm also aware that the tears of a man leave him feeling diminished. And when a man cries, it is better to leave him to cry in private and not to stay around to try to comfort him. For 4 seasons, I was addicted to the American drama series The West Wing, created by Aaron Sorkin, who was also the lead writer. The West Wing got a lot of things right. I love the characters of the president, that's President Bartlett, and his chief of staff, Leo. CJ, the press secretary, was also one of my favorites, and so was Toby and the others. Now, in one of the episodes, it is Christmas, but Leo is taking heat in Congress for the president and on demonstrating his total loyalty to the president. Thanks to Leo's commitment to sacrificing himself for the president's enemies in Congress are thwarted in their efforts to get at the president. Leo, after the brutal grilling, returns to his office at the White House to find the president waiting for him.
Okay.
The president, who had followed the proceedings on TV, feels very grateful and indebted to his friend and chief of staff, and gives him a gift. The sentimental memories associated with the gift moved Leo deeply and bring tears to his eyes. As soon as the president sees that his friend was about to break down and cry, he quickly leaves the room. When I watched that, I knew that the scene had been written and directed by a man who understood men. If the president had been a woman, she would have gone to hug her friend and try to comfort her and even cry with her. But that is not what a man do. Men understand that a man's tears are almost sacred to him and are not meant to be shared with anyone. And when you see a man cry, you rob him of his dignity. No man forgives the one who makes him cry. In the late 70s, I was the MC for the wedding of one of my closest friends. On the day of the wedding, I arrived at his house at about 7 a.m. and met his bride-to-be in the kitchen, preparing breakfast. I must explain that a week before the wedding, she had run into problems with her accommodation, and so she had moved in with him. She was in a very buoyant mood, and there was this look of triumph on her face and in her body language. Initially, I mistook that to be her joy that she was getting wedded that day, but I soon discovered that I was very wrong. I greeted her and asked, "Where's my brother?" He said, "Oh, he's in the bedroom crying." "Why is he crying?" I asked. She said, "Oh, he is crying because I told him that the wedding is off, that I was not going through with the wedding any longer." It was then that I realized that her look of triumph and her joy was because she had succeeded in making him cry.
Oh, okay.
I said to her, and meanwhile, she didn't mean it. She was not going to go to walk away from the marriage, but she told him so. I said to her, my dear sister, listen to me. You have made the worst mistake in your life. Today, you can make him cry, but you will not always have that power over him. And when he develops the emotional strength not to cry at whatever you do or say to him, he will punish you for all the times you made him cry. She dismissed what I said, but years later, the man found ways of maltreating her to the extent of driving her almost insane. To the women who make their men cry, listen to me. Men never forgive those who make them cry, and they resent those who see them cry. To the men, I repeat, please don't make your woman make you cry, and don't let your woman see you cry if you can help it. And Abba, that is my presentation for today.
Thank you very, very much, Uncle White, for joining us with Food for Thought, brought to us by Roverman Productions. Be the difference, which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Minute, and that is brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you, Anointed Engineering Services, the Generator Experts, and Pinnacle Life Insurance, more for your smile.
Good morning and welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the Generator Experts, and built-free solar hybrid air conditioners, Spirit Cooling with lower energy. President John Mahama is likely to give some insights on the 2024 budget in terms of policy direction later today when it presents the State of the Nation address to Parliament. Asia emerged as the top destination for the country's exports for last year. Gold also was the main export product for Ghana during that period. This was captured in the 2024 Trade Statistics Report. Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has expressed fear about the country losing its position in marine trade to the neighboring countries. It is therefore calling for the removal of the COVID-19 tax and VAT on transit cargo. And that's all for the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you. Another Electricals, generator expert.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM, and enjoy instant, cost-effective and reliable intra-African trade and commerce payments at Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you with the Pan-African Payments and Settlements System. Perhaps make or receive payments in your home country's currency, no longer wahala. Visit any of Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited's branches nationwide today to enjoy this fast and reliable service. For inquiries, contact us at 0302216000. Talk to us at cbg.com.gh or on our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Are you tired of endless traffic jams and rising fuel costs? Yes, we all are. There's a frequent vehicle maintenance draining your budget. Well, if you're looking for an eco-friendly, cost-saving solution for personal or business transport, it's time to switch to the future of driving the all-new Serio Nano 3 electric vehicle, proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The Serio Nano 3 EV offers zero emissions, running entirely on electricity. No charging station, no problem. Simply plug it into a standard socket at home. The sleek EV combines advanced technology with high performance, featuring a fast-charging, long-lasting battery, a portable, ultra-silent digital genset for backup power, and an elegant, comfortable interior. Every purchase comes with a 1-year warranty. Visit our showroom at Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, Farisco Traffic Lights, opposite Glyco at Dabraka, Accra, or call 0540 100 868. or 0243-480-334 in Kumasi Finance in front of Tat Yard, Akmayanka Road, or call 0243-480-334 or 0544-340-589. Serio Nano 3 EV. Experience a legacy of modern luxury. Serio EV. Go electric. Let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Social media messages brought to us by Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you're covered. And EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. So President John Dramani Mahama, in his second term as President of the Republic of Ghana, presents his maiden State of the Nation address today. What are your expectations? What do you want? What do you want the president to say? What do you expect him to say to you? How do you expect the president to go about the reset agenda? Join us on X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-11-11997. But don't be scammed this season, because fraud activities are on the increase as scammers continue to target customers of various banks through phone calls, text messages, and emails to get customers to divulge sensitive information such as password, PIN, card information, CVV, OTP, and other personal details. Their ultimate goal is to steal your money. So EcoBank wishes to advise all customers to be extra vigilant and never trust any phone calls, text messages, or emails from anybody posing as an EcoBank staff and assisting customers to update their bank details. Some of them will give you the impressions that EcoBank will be calling you to ask for your account or card details, or help you link your Ghana card to your bank account, or offer unsolicited assistance. Please beware, as these fraudsters will try to gain your trust and persuade you to give out your personal or account details. Protect yourself by never sharing sensitive details with anyone claiming to represent EcoBank. Always remember that bank account details can only be updated at an EcoBank branch. EcoBank mobile app can only be upgraded at the App Store or Play Store. Linking your Ghana card to your EcoBank account at any EcoBank branch or at ecobank.com. Do not share your password, PIN, OTP, card information, or any other personal information with anyone, whether remotely or face-to-face. Never give the 16 digits or any number on your bank card to anyone, and avoid any calls or messages that request you to click a link. Report any suspicious SMS, email, or phone call to the EcoBank contact center, and delete such messages above. loved ones. When in doubt or feel insecure, call EcoBank Contact Center on 0800 003 225 on toll free. For this new year, let your journey be worry-free. Renew or buy a brand new motor insurance policy with Provident Insurance from January to March 2025 and enjoy exciting rewards including fuel coupons and exclusive Provident souvenirs. Need assistance? Chat with Obaya, our friendly WhatsApp assistant on 0242426396 and she will sort you out babia anywhere, anytime, or visit any of our 15 branches nationwide. Provident Insurance, your reliable partner for 43 years, and you covered every mile of the way. Don't miss out on this special offer. Chat Obaya now or visit any of our branches, agents, and brokers today. T's and C's apply. With Provident, man, you're covered. And on Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Telecel, connecting energies and latest foam, your partner for life. Our focus is on this.
You withdraw the word rudely.
Chairman, one more time, I will not withdraw. I'm sorry.
Will you withdraw?
Chairman, I'm sorry, I will not withdraw.
Well, to demonstrate to you that I am the chairman for this particular vetting committee, that may be your last question. By our rules, you will be requested to withdraw and sometimes apologize. When you refuse to do so, he is even lucky that I have not even cited him for contempt.
So that's what transpired in Parliament yesterday during the Appointment Committee's vetting of Dr. Justice Remsai as Deputy Attorney General. But are you looking for the best value data and voice offers that are tailored to your unique needs? At Telecel, we understand everyone has their own preference. That's why we have the unbeatable Made For Me bundles made just for you. The Made For Me bundles are affordable, customized data and voice packages personalized for you. Simply dial *530# or download the Telecel Play app to subscribe to your special Made For Me bundle. Telecel, connecting energies. Stay with us. Right back after these messages.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah. Download it, you gon' enjoy it. In my Branding check. In my Branding check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit. You can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
This new year, let your journey be worry-free. Renew or buy a brand new motor insurance policy with Provident Insurance from January to March 2025 and enjoy exciting rewards such as fuel coupons and exclusive Provident souvenirs. Need assistance? Chat with Obaya, our friendly WhatsApp assistant on 024-242-6396. She will sort you out babia anywhere, anytime, or visit any of our branches, agents, or brokers today. Provident Insurance, your reliable partner for 43 years, keeping you covered every mile of the way. Don't miss out on this special offer. Terms and conditions apply. With Provident, man, you're covered.
Provident, man, you're covered.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me go betete Ghana. No garri, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no?
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, we the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want them. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Babe, today we are going on the road trip. Full tank, good vibes, no worries.
Road trip? But you always check fuel prices before moving.
Oh, that was before Holland Motor Insurance. Now, free fuel vouchers got me covered.
Hey, free fuel? And if we break down?
Oh, look, Holland's 247 roadside assistance, day for week.
Sir, then this road trip, dear, means slacking. Let's go.
Buy Holland Motor Insurance and enjoy free fuel vouchers and 24/7 roadside assistance, as well as exclusive benefits when you renew your policy. Get it nationwide through brokers, Holland to you offices, Shell, Melcom, or on WhatsApp with Araba Holland at 0242 426 412. You can also dial the toll-free hotline on 0800 444 999 for more. Miss Lucky Cra, grab Holland Motor Insurance now for exclusive benefits.
Okay, Mr. Big Spender. Next up, ice cream.
I used to stress about where to receive my advertisements sticker and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, Transfast, UnityLink, RIA, EaseRemit, Funes, TapTap Send, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with you.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Cerio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cerio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our showroom for a test drive at the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, Farisco Traffic Light, opposite Glyco office at Dabraka, Accra. Call our hotlines on 0540 100 868 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Cerio Nano 3 EVs. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Cerio EV. Go electric.
Doing good is man's most glorious task. MTN Ghana Foundation unveils 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the finale of MTN Heroes of Change. After receiving thousands of entries, shortlisting and ranking all across Ghana to confirm their various projects, it's time to honor and celebrate these 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the amazing work they've done in their communities in the areas of education, health, and economic empowerment. MTN Heroes of Change Season 7 coming soon on this station and online.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Oh, goodness. Wow, that was fun. DJ will better doing it again. Lots of text messages coming through. You guys are loving the music. And yeah, we like to give you a little bit of everything on this show. It's a magazine show. So we talk, we dance, we laugh, we learn. It's all right here on the Super Morning Show. Thank you for joining us. It's 8:37. And today on the show, we've got a couple of things to talk about. First of all, the State of the Nation address is about to be given later this morning by the President. It's his maiden address for this administration. And there are expectations all around in different sectors. And we'll be exploring those with our guests in just a moment. Later, we are asking you, and of course analyzing with the experts, the performance of the Appointments Committee in 2025. Right? Lots to talk about. But first, the next time you fly from Accra, why don't you fly better with Emirates? In Emirates economy, you can enjoy endless entertainment on board with up to 6,500 channels to choose from. Yep, you heard me. So sit back, relax, and watch the latest Hollywood and Bollywood blockbusters, comedy box sets, even live sport. You can even stay connected with onboard Wi-Fi, so you can chat with your friends and family and share holiday selfies from 40,000 feet. Now, you get so much more in Emirates economy. Enjoy more convenience and flexibility to over 140 destinations within the Emirates global network. Find out more at emirates.com.
And to all the female entrepreneurs, agribusiness owners, and young entrepreneurs out there, we see you, we understand the challenges you face. Your story matters, and we're here to support you every step of the way. So in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, ABSA is offering SME loans at an unbelievable 10% interest rate per annum. Imagine having access up to 1 million completely collateral free. This isn't just talk. We've already disbursed over 600 million, supporting over 1,600 businesses within the past year. Your success is our success. If you're ready to write the next chapter of your success story, visit our SME project office, nearest ABSA branch, or website absa.com.gh. Your story matters, ABSA.
Okay then. So let's get to it. And today we're privileged. We have 3 guests to help us anticipate the State of the Nation address. First, Professor Kofi Abuchi is the Dean of the UPSA's Law School. Dr. Humphrey Eyim-Dake is the President of the Association of Ghana Industries, AGI. And Joseph Obing is the President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA. Gentlemen, good morning to you all. Do we have our guest on the line? I think Dr. Eyim-Dake is with us now. Doc, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right. Well, this is an administration that came to power primarily on their campaigning about our economy. Their plan is to reset it. As the President delivers the State of the Nation address today, what is the expectation of industry in terms of what he will tell us about the reset of our economy?
Well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. First and foremost, our expectation is that the President would come to the fore with the reality in terms of books that is discovered in terms of the state of the nation regarding the data, regarding the records, and the full state. Beyond that, we expect him to align his manifesto with the running IMF program that is ongoing, for his reflection and for the promises that he's tabled. How realistic are this with the existing IMF program? That in tandem, given that that's the state in which we find ourselves. So we expect him to tell us how he aligns his projects or his promises with the IMF program. Beyond that, within that context, he should be able to demonstrate to us the macroeconomic perspective in the medium term. short to medium term, still aligning with his promises and then that of the IMF program that we ran it. In the macro, we definitely want to see how he seeks to bring about exchange rate stability, what to the table, aligning it so with the program that is being run. Same for the inflationary figures. What is his plan to arrest the inflation and bring about structural transformation in the short term and to the medium term? We want to see how sustainable the forex. Currently, we realize there's some seemingly stability in the exchange rate performance. What are the underlying liability data and then the projections into the short and medium term? Once these market-related issues are aligned with the IMF program, then you're building the confidence of the business community. Because the business community's confidence was restored when we signed on the IMF program. And beyond that, how is it going to align and give us some comfort? To the business community, this will be the first demonstrates that whilst it speaks to the reality on the table and aligning it with the various position of capital.
Obviously, the 24-hour economy was another very important promise made by this government. Are you seeing indications of its implementation, and what do you expect the president to say about it?
And so it goes back to the same foundation that I laid, because if you say that you do deliberate stimulation, which might call for policy interventions that may stimulate the productive sector of the economy, either by bringing in funding, or you go to the table and look at your policies that are non-funding related, and where do you tweak the policies such that it gives room and comfort to the local producer to stir up demand. There is demand, I keep saying, because once there is room for a lot of imported products, it indicates that there's local demand. How do you use policy to tweak it such that the local demand then stirs up and then gives the confidence to the business person or the industrialist to produce more? But prior to that, you need to bring about some stability in the macro front. And then when you tweak policies, i.e., we kept saying the certificate of conformity, which grants what we call pre-inspection of imported products from the source of origin, are looked at. Other delegated authorities, like the role of the Standards Authority, being set up to perform better. Once you do such, amidst many more, including taxes, then you are creating the room for demand to be stirred up and then for productivity to shoot up. So for the 24-hour economy, we have stated that it should be targeted and then deliberately stirred up with policy, considering that government keeps in terms of the exchequer is tough now, going in for non-funding approach and look for policies that you use administrative approach to do that, and then with that to stir up the demand and create a conducive environment for industrialists and entrepreneurs to try to start demand by industry.
We also have Professor Abuchi on the line. Prof, thanks for your time with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Ayim Dake has sort of laid the foundation in terms of the expectation of industry. He mentioned that he fully expects the president to tell us what the books looked like once they opened them up following their assumption of office. There is a certain culture that any time there's a new government in office, they give us a very bleak picture of the books as they came to meet them. And this then transforms into the reason why perhaps certain promises cannot be either immediately or ever fulfilled. It's hackneyed, but does it work? How do you expect, if indeed we hear that from the president this morning, how do you expect the public to respond to such?
I think the State of the Nation for this year is going to be a relatively easier message or statement from the president. And the reason I expect it to be a relatively easier statement is because the facts are actually out there. Now, first of all, we are parties to an IMF program. That in itself is a statement of a certain degree of mismanagement of the country, which is why we have gone back to the IMF. The IMF comes in to basically provide some sort of supervisory oversight for you to order your affairs in a way that otherwise you should have done on your own without any external supervision. So the IMF's provision of an external accountability itself is a statement of the state of the nation. And that's why I said it's likely to be a relatively easier one for the president because a number of things appear to be out there. The Constitution expects that the state of the nation is supposed to be the state of the nation address, not a projection of the nation. So very often we've had situations in which presidents have used the platform to actually project what they intend to do moving into the future. But that is not what the expectation is. The expectation is a statement of where we stand. And the reason is because the Constitution really doesn't see breaks in government. What the Constitution sees is that government is a continuum. So whether or not you have an election, whether or not you have a new president, whether or not there are changes in parties, whether the president is a totally new one or is quote-unquote a returnee president, all these are not considerations the Constitution is interested in. The Constitution sees government as a continuum. So every year the country has to move forward as a continuum. And in terms of government is generic. So in that sense, the Constitution expects that when you are given the state of the nation's address, the expectation is you are telling Ghana, or you are given an account of what the state of the country which has been handed to you in terms of your management, what the state of the nation is. So as I indicated, with a lot of things that have happened, which generally is accepted by both parties and by both sides, that things have not exactly gone very well. I think that it will be a bit of a whitewash if the president presents a state of the nation that indicates that things are well. Clearly, things are not that well, and that partly also will explain why, in the end, he's likely to cap it with a projection of what is to be done moving forward. But I think it has to be a state of the nation, not a projection.
Yeah, but Prof, talking about state of the nation, and here in Ghana, the general acceptance is, something that then Member of Parliament for Bole Bamboy, John Dramani Mahama, stated, that the state of the nation should tell us where we are as a people, where we intend to go, and how we intend to get there. You say that's not what the Constitution says?
As I indicated, nearly all the past states of the nations have substantially done projections of the nation. Now, there's a degree to which I can understand why that is, because it's very hard to tell Ghanaians, it's very hard to tell the country what the problem is without responsibly telling them what you intend to do. As a president, as a leader, you have that natural responsibility to want to respond to what the solution to the problem is. And therefore, speaking or recounting the problem is, it's really an exercise in futility in some sense. So I can understand why they almost always end with a projection of what is to be done. However, I'm just pointing directly to what the Constitution mainly expects. It mainly expects an account of what has been done. So the state of the nation is actually supposed to be an address that looks into the past, mainly into the past, and a little bit of the future. So mainly into the past as it stands at the moment, the past and the present as it stands at the moment, and then moving into the future. But if you devote a substantial part to what you want to do, then really it is not a state of the nation. That is a statement of what the program or the expectation of a government is. And this has been the trend over the years, which I think substantially has been a distortion of what the Constitution would expect.
Talking about, many of us would know the conditions in which we are. Now, before President Akufo-Addo left office, he presented his address to Parliament also. He painted a good picture of the economy. He had indicated how his policies post-Ghana's IMF program have put us on a sound footing for economic transformation. You say that's likely to change today if we hear from the president?
I think we may have lost. One or both of our guests there. We apologize for that. Seems to be an issue with the line. Do we have one of our guests still
No,
on
we've
the
lost
line?
both
No?
of them. So
both
I think we can go for a short break and return
We'll be
and
back
continue
after
the conversation. Yeah.
Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net.
Great. Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. We have Professor Kofi Abochi, Dean of the UPSA Law School, back with us. Yeah, Prof, I was asking the question that, you've had during President Akufo-Addo's last message to Parliament. He indicated how the economy post the IMF program was doing very well and, was ready for the transformation because his government, following the IMF program, had put in place the right measures. You say that's likely to change when President Mahama addresses us today?
I'm trying to understand your question. That is likely to change in terms of...
You say that would change because you say that we all know the challenges that we're facing, with, but I'm saying that President Akufo-Addo painted a very positive picture of the economy.
Right. Okay, I think I get you now.
Yes.
I think I get you now. Sorry. Well, so I again, as I indicated, it's going to be very difficult for the president to give a message of good times. In other words, that a country is living through good times. The President Nana Akufo-Addo's statement, clearly, I think anybody who opens his eyes to the factual reality will say that was counterfactual. And I think the outcome of the election itself, the results of the election, speaks volumes. Often a government performing well is not likely to be changed the way it was changed. And so, again, a lot of people on both sides of the aisle clearly accept the fact that our economic numbers, our data, the factual situation on the ground, the reality of the average Ghanaian, the circumstances of the country, a lot of things are not what they should be. And I think that's a reality that a lot of people in the NPP itself will accept. I have my doubts if we can have a rosy statement or a rosy picture of Ghana's situation currently being painted in the State of the Nation's address. Again, as I indicated, we are in the IMF. Let's be clear about that. That is one factual reality nobody can dispute. And that factual reality speaks to the fact that we have not managed our affairs well. If we have managed our affairs well, there will be no need for that external oversight that we have from an international financial institution like the IMF. So, again, this is not something that I would want us to get bogged in the politics of it. The reality is that things are not as good as they are, and by reason of that, it is unlikely, and it's going to be very difficult for any president today to stand before the country and say things are good.
Dr. Humphrey Mdaka is back with us as well. Thank you so much for your patience, Doc. There is an expectation of the scrapping of nuisance taxes. Yet, government has already signaled their concern over ability to raise enough revenue, bearing in mind the bills that are to be paid. Do you expect the president to stick to that plan, or might there be some postponement in the scrapping of taxes, like the e-levy, for instance?
I did mention to you that he has an obligation to align his promises with the existing program that is being run as a part of the State of the Nation, which is the IMF, that he inherited. So how has he aligned the document and the promises that he made with the existing reality? So as much as my professor indicates that the reflection of the past, that is part of the engagement. He has over 2 hours to speak to the nation. I do not believe he used all the said 2 hours lamenting and demonstrating the state without professing solutions regarding policy, strategic plans, and deliberate commitment to the private sector, which I speak for, going forward. I presume in his contest, he will balance it and give a proposition. It is in that context that the question of whether he will take down the nuisance taxes, as you described it, will reflect. So I presume that he, by now, with his team, should have aligned the manifesto promises with the existing program, and then within the whether if the set taxes can manage revenue. Minister of Finance.
Doc, can I ask you to reposition yourself? I think where the signal is a bit intermittent.
I'm in same position. I'm in the same position.
Okay, yeah. If it's possible for you to move a little bit, so that we can.
Okay, let me try.
Yes, get a clearer signal. I think.
Yeah. So as indicated, I believe that the president has a duty to live to his promises that he made to the populace like this Monday. And therefore, I presume his team should have balanced the business is looking up to promises and consistency. Therefore, we expect him to do as he promised. And going forward, once he's aligned his promises with the state of the economy, which has an IMF underpinning agreement, he should go to his intentions and how to carry the country forward.
Now, Prof. Abuchi, the State of the Nation address is quite often not just about the state of the economy. The president is likely to venture into other areas like corruption, the fight against corruption and governance and so forth. What are your expectations of what he'll have to say about those?
Well, I think the president has recognized the necessity of dealing with the issue of corruption, and it's you can tell that his early moves, he's tried dealing with the issue by first of all, very quickly declaring his assets and compelling his ministers to declare their assets. Be that as it may, I think the reality too is that some of those moves probably need to be deepened, if not enhanced and broadened, because the truth of the matter is the subject of corruption is becoming a fatigued one. People are getting tired of talking about corruption when nothing is done about it. Look, for as far back as somewhere around 2010, the World Bank estimated that Ghana loses $3 billion to corruption every year. That is some 15 years ago. So you can do an adjustment of that figure from the $3 billion. Perhaps I'm sure Ghana loses no less than $5 billion every year to corruption. And that is even a conservative estimate. So the reality is corruption is a major problem. And year on year, anytime Ghana has election, a major thematic issue that voters tend to base their decisions on tends to be the issue of corruption. And so any wise government will recognize the fact that corruption cannot be a subject by which the voters are moved. They may be frustrated that there's very little they can do in between elections to change corruption, but they ultimately make a decision on the basis of factors like corruption and the fact that governments are doing little or nothing about it. So I expect that in the State of the Nation's address, the president will touch on the question of corruption and indicate what strategic interventions he intends putting in place to deal with the issue of corruption and to move away from the business as usual approach that governments over the years have had to approach the subject with.
Now, beyond governance issues, what about education, healthcare? How do you anticipate his remarks to go in those areas too?
Again, I do expect that the president is probably going to take a very activist position on these issues. His initial moves in office tells you that he appears to be aware and rather active and sensitive about those subjects. And so, for example, there's been an education forum that has been held in Ho, and he's spoken about Agenda 111 and the fact that not much has been done in that area. I think there's a clear recognition that these are issues that are hitting Ghanaians hard in the face, and we cannot take them for granted anymore. On the question of education, for example, we have to do our best to depoliticize the subject. Unfortunately, because the education was made flagship policy of the NPP, the NDC was forced to respond. It was the same difficult approach that was adopted in the late 1980s when the new educational reforms then were introduced, the GHS system at the time. And they were heavily opposed by the then opposition, and because of that, they were politicized. Unfortunately, the same model was adopted in the introduction of free SHS. When a country politicizes education, no one wins. And the reason is because both parties will be racing down to the bottom, as it were, to outdo each other in the educational space, and in the process, the inconsistencies and the haphazardness of things will continue. Free SHS has come to stay. Unfortunately, nothing can be done about it in the context of its pure freeness. So the least that we can do as a country will be to embrace a certain model of consensus moving forward. How do we come together as a country to adopt free SHS as a policy that will not change government to government? And how do we remove the steep politicization of it when the discussion is being had about it? Almost a zero-sum game. You are either for it or you are against it. It can't be like that. Clearly, there are major issues in the educational space. The world is not waiting for us. If we want to continue training the labor material for the world, that will be worthy of the competition. We would have to have an educational system that is fit for purpose. In the circumstances of things, there are teething problems, and the parties continue to back at each other without looking at the subject. So I do hope that he will bring, more importantly, the subject of depoliticizing education to the fore, and I'm sure that a subject like that will be embraced. The question of healthcare is equally similar in the context of importance, and I'm sure the President will touch on the need for healthcare infrastructure and how the country, again, all these have to be embraced as a nation. Most important, I just want to say this finally, that it's important for us to understand that these are issues that have been dealt with in and by the Constitution. The Constitution recognizes the need for key social interventions in the nature of education and healthcare. They are all contained in the directive principles of state policy. So these are not political issues. They are issues that confront Ghanaians, and it's important that we have minimum national policy that cuts across the parties, and that will be respected and regarded by both parties, regardless of who's in power. And I'm sure, like I said, moving forward, these moderate positions would likely help from a developmental standpoint without the extreme politicization that we often tend to bring to the subject.
Thank you. Dr. Humphrey Ayimdake,
Okay.
let's talk about trade for a minute. We saw in the papers this morning that our exports have really hiked up. We've crossed the 20 billion mark. It sounds like positive news. About half of that is gold, and we all know the dysregulated sector that gold is, and how unfortunately so much of what money comes from it doesn't stay in our economy. What sort of corrective measures are you hoping the President might have to share in the State of the Nation address on?
Well, that's crucial. I mean, it demonstrates the trade vulnerabilities of our country, and it's quite exciting to hear the gold board concept that the President and his team seeks to deploy as one of the ways to manage the gold export and then the proceeds that come in. Granted that the framework under which the gold board will work is similar to what we know in the cocoa board concept. Perhaps that will give government significant leverage on the gold export and the proceeds thereof, i.e. the royalties and the various tax elements that comes to government. So it will be an opportunity for the President, considering that he's been in office for a few weeks, to appreciate how the gold board will work. So we look forward to hearing more on the concept of the gold board as one of the proposed solutions going forward. And we expect the President to speak on the debt position of the country. What is the existing debt position of the country, and how is it going to align the said position with all the manifesto promises, i.e. the 10 billion agenda to resuscitate a number of industries and push a number of sectors up. So for purpose of trade and the trade balances, we also look at how policy can be, or trade policies can be of enough benefit. How do you tweak it, considering the realities he's found himself in? So for purpose of the trade-related issues, what are the innovations using technology, using the private-public partnerships relationship to deepen the trade imbalances and then move forward from there? this is what we expect from the president on the trade front.
Right. You've given us lots of notes to make and lots of expectations as we sit through a couple of hours of the president delivering the State of the Nation address later this morning. I want to thank you for your time. Dr. Humphrey Ayimdake, President of the Association of Ghana Industries, and Professor Kofi Abuchi, the Dean of UPSA's Law School. Okay. Well, we're going to take a few messages from our partners, but when we come back, how has this appointments committee performed? We'll break it down after these.
Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999.
Do you want to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
As a busy professional, I struggled with back and neck strain from long hours at my desk. To improve my focus, productivity, and well-being, I sought expert advice from the CEO of Expert Office Furnish.
After being in the furniture business for 25 years, I can tell you two things that causes back pain in the workspace: bad sitting posture and not sitting on a good chair. I recommend to you the Genevia Beeper chair, the chair that helps you to sit right. When you don't sit right, it beeps for you to be able to sit right. The next will be the Enjoy chair. It takes every body shape and size. Buy a chair that will support your back and give you that comfort to be able to deliver on your job.
Expert Office Furnish offers molding furniture for comfort, productivity, and style. From seating to customized solutions, plus interior decoration services, they've got it all. Find them off the Atomic Hills Estate Road in Ashonman or call 0571 386602 on Facebook and Instagram at Expert Office Furnish.
Wear a condom for sex and protect yourself from HIV. HIV has no cure, no condom, no sex. This message is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
The question is overruled. You are not going to demonstrate.
He doesn't have to dance.
Chairman, if you decide to be whimsical and capricious, it will not advance the work of this committee. Apart from the constitutional issues involved, it is also about our culture. We've had nominees speaking their dialect here, and I do not think that if you start by is overruled. The man is talking about a dance that we all don't know until today. If anybody had asked me in the Volta region, as part of our culture, what are the dances, I would have said Agbaja and Bobobo. Today, he is enlightening me and others. And I'm saying that he should demonstrate it just in some 30 seconds. And you saying that, you know, you are disallowing the question.
Honorable Minority Leader, I take offense from the fact that you are saying I'm being whimsical and capricious. So I'll urge upon you to withdraw those words used on me.
Chairman,
I still stand by overruling the question that you are not going to demonstrate any dance.
You were whimsical and capricious in the way you overruled my question. I will not withdraw.
You would not demonstrate any dance. This is not a demonstration forum. This is appointment committee. So I insist that you withdraw the word that I'm being whimsical and capricious.
Chairman, I will not withdraw. I'm sorry. I will not withdraw. You rudely overruled me. I will not withdraw.
I would again ask that you withdraw the word rudely.
Chairman, one more time, I will not withdraw. I'm sorry.
Will you withdraw?
Chairman, I'm sorry, I will not withdraw.
Well, to demonstrate to you that I am the chairman for this particular vetting committee, that may be your last question. I will proceed to acknowledge the presence of the following guests.
Found that I refused to withdraw my dissatisfaction of your ruling by using the word that you acted whimsical and capricious. I again added that you rudely made those expressions. We do not think that in the spirits of cooperation you should put up such a posture. Chairman, the caucus has observed that in this afternoon's proceedings, Honorable Ahmed Jerry Shaib was the first to experience an unfair treatment at your hand. When it got to me, the leader of the caucus, there were all manner of interruption, including an interruption by the Attorney General himself, of which you curiously said you never heard. Again, the majority chief whip came in interrupting, though not into the mic. It was aimed at obstructing the smooth process of my vetting of the nominee. Eventually, you allowed him to ask a so-called follow-up question. Chairman, we've long assured the majority of our cooperation, but not when such a posture is coming from the chair. We would respect you, but where you are acting in excess of discretion, we would express it. We've had a smooth vetting since Monday in an atmosphere of mutual respect, in a very humorous atmosphere, and all nominees that appeared before us on those 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, we approved them by consensus. Without more, let me conclude as follows. That one, the minority caucus hereby rejects the nomination of the Deputy Attorney General, and that the decision of it would be solely yours as a majority caucus. For today, all other nominees, in furtherance of our protests, we are also rejecting them, and then your decision, it will remain your decision as majority caucus. God willing, tomorrow we are receiving the president. Our understanding is that there is no vetting. On Friday, God willing, will be available, and if the posture remains same, we will advise ourselves on the next line of action.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show. So you just heard Alexander Afenyo Markin, who of course is a minority leader in Parliament. He's the ranking member on the Appointments Committee, and following yesterday's back and forth, that was a statement he issued. Listen, let's try and assess the work of this Appointments Committee, which culminated in what happened yesterday. Dr. Asa Asante is our guest. He's a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana. He's no stranger to our show. Doc, good morning to you. Do we have Dr. Asa Asante on the line? Hello, Doc. Do we have Dr. Asa Asante? Okay, we're working to connect to him, but in the meantime, if you've always wanted to study abroad in Australia, Canada, the UK, US, Ireland, New Zealand, and all these countries that have an excellent reputation for teaching and research, if you've always wanted to work part-time while you study and perhaps work for up to 4 years after you complete your education in these countries, well, you can. All you have to do is talk to our friends at Astolinks. They will give you information on admissions, scholarships, and how to secure your study visa. Astolinks are at number 4A Popo Street, and that is in East Legon. You can call them on 0265 341 070. Go visit their website, astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Okay, we have Dr. Asa Asante back on.
Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, Kojo. Good morning to the British Premier.
It's wonderful to have you. Thank you for making the time.
Yes, pleasure here.
All right. Now, you've been observing the Appointments Committee.
Yes.
Generally, how do they compare to Appointments Committees of the past?
Difficult question, but we'll see what we can do. My observation is that each appointment committee sitting has its own things that it brings to the fore. So when you are looking at different ones, you tend to have some of them which bear resemblance. Some of them almost the same fashion, but of course some are poles apart in terms of substance, in terms of content, and then even posture and behavior and attitude of those who are in charge. But let me come back home to look at what we're seeing now. I must say that I've not been able to watch all because I have other official engagements. But when I'm free, especially after days work, I watch some of these things. What I've seen related to the deputy minister's vetting is that one, I am seeing a situation where people are confronted with their past, things they've said, and which the minority feel that they need to test their pulse and see whether they still stand by them. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you're a student of history, you come across this definition by one historian that history is the dialogue between the present and the past. That in mind, there is nothing wrong going to somebody's past and see whether he can still believe in his conviction and then stand on his feet on that score. If you look at that point carefully, you realize that people make very interesting statements. Statement to me, they are spot on, and then obviously the minority and the previous government were not happy, and they are confronted with it, and quickly they chicken out. That for me is a low point, because once you believe in your conviction, you should be able to stand your grounds and damn the consequence. I'm not seeing this in this type of vetting. I saw Mr. Makofibwa, and I saw my own senior and friend, Dr. Park. There is nothing wrong in that if you make a statement, and at a point in time you examine that statement and you are wrong. There's nothing wrong to say I'm sorry and you move on. But once you carry it through until the 11th hour when you are confronted with it, and then the way it against the appointment, and then they quickly they bow to that pressure, I think it's very unfortunate. Because if you take Mr. Abua's statement, that was a true reflection of the situation at the time. So why was he dilly-dallying? I didn't understand that. My good friend, Dr. Park, and my senior, yes, you made a statement. And I know him to be a very bold person, a former chief under my own former deputy chief under. He's very bold. But why at the 11th hour he chicken out and say it was house? Well, if a statement is not worth the salt, why do you utter them in the first place?
Why do you say he chickened out?
I mean, he said that it was harsh and all that. And if it was harsh from the word go, why do you put it out?
Well, he admits it was in the heat of a political season.
So a political season, anything can be thrown at us. Is that the case? Is that the case? And I have observed it, and it has bearing with previous vetting. You recall, Madam Betty Maud Idrisu at a point in time described the court as kangaroo court. You recall? And then, thank God, her party won election, and Professor Mills nominated her as aging. He was confronted in Parliament and said it was a political talk. So my understanding is that for politics, people can lie to us, people can say all manner of things, and they get away with that. Is that the case?
Tell me.
And for me, that is what I am worried about. I want people to believe in what they say, and then damn the consequence, continue to be there. A man is the one who dies on his own dagger. So when they chicken out at the 11th hour, 9 minutes, I find it very, very unfortunate. Right? Because the things they were saying at the time, if you believe in that and you think they are good, why do you throw them away? Then I come to that aside. I want to also look at the issue of what? Let me add something to the first one. It tells me that people desire the position more than anything. So they are not prepared to, trade offs. So quickly they are in to say, I'm sorry, it was that, because they treasure the position so much. You come for them for believing in what they believe in. But I find it not attractive. And it's not the best, because going forward, when you say something, do I want to believe that you will stand by it when there is heat on that? That question remains in my mind unanswered, and I'm not sure they can convince me.
Okay.
Let me move on to my other observation. I have also observed from afar that the position of deputy ministerial, the deputy ministerial position, we should first of all abolish it. Why am I saying this?
Tell us.
Yes. If you look at the vetting, you realize that questions that are posed to nominees, all that they say is that, I will have a dialogue with my minister, and then whatever he says, I'm ready to go with it. To it, all that they are saying that they can't make any decision on their own because they are subordinate to their minister. That is true. So if that is true, you realize that the questions that need to be posed to them, those in the helm of affairs are not able to pose to them, because the ultimate responsibility lies on the minister, not the deputy. So the question is, why do we even, if we want to go a step backwards, why do we want to even pose questions to deputy ministers who have no power?
Let me just find out, Dr. Asasante, realistically, what functions do you expect from a deputy minister apart from assisting his minister?
No, I am saying that position we don't need it because, look, if you look at the real, ministerial position or serious decisions that are taken, they are taken by that small group of senior most ministers we call cabinet. So even the minister, a non-cabinet minister is of less, his duties are, less than the cabinet minister.
Okay, but
from that perspective, it tells you that the deputy minister position even is worse. Because if it goes to rest, what should Lion do if the minister, who is not a cabinet minister, cannot make serious decisions, and important decisions are taken by the president and the body of senior most ministers who are cabinet ministers, then what's the point of having a deputy minister who cannot take any decision?
Yes, but let's also look at it from this point of view. We have a vice.
Let me land. So if you clear the deputy minister, the chief director, in absence of the minister, can act in his stead. So for me, that position is not the best. But let me conclude by saying that for the purpose of the conversation, we are saying that we still have a deputy ministerial position. But you realize that most of the questions, they are not able to give us the best of answers because the ultimate responsibility is on the minister. And for that matter, the deputy cannot make very emphatic statements. So what's the point? My understanding is that if we want to maintain deputy ministerial position, let them do the security checks on them and all that. If they are okay, we don't need vetting. Because they are not going to give us something that they can call their own.
But
then,
okay. No, before you continue, before we get to what happened yesterday and all. So there's a vice president. Really, the vice president's responsibility to assist the president in times where the president is out of the jurisdiction, we say the vice president acts. If the vice president is also out, the speaker can act. Are you by this saying that positions of that nature are irrelevant?
I am saying so because if you look at the in absence of a deputy minister, are you saying that the ministry cannot run? The chief directors are there. When I was a reporter, I have attended programs that the minister was not there, deputy was not there. The chief directors were asked to come and present papers on behalf of their bosses, the ministers. Remember that the spade work that are done in the ministry is in the hands of the chief director with his boss, the minister. And so, in absence of the deputy minister, the chief director can act on the behalf of the minister. So for me, it is very clear from this, engagement in Parliament that it is about time we as a society reflected on this thing and decided to say goodbye to deputy ministerial position.
Okay.
Now
I move on to what. Okay, any other?
Actually, I think you are also doing the same. We're moving to what happened yesterday, right?
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead.
Right. Looking at what happened yesterday, I must say that you recall last time we had a conversation, your team disagreed, you were on a different submission that the questions from Afenyo Markin, some of them were not the best and all that. My position was that he was very good, and I have always stood my grounds that he's very, very good. The day that you want to really work, he's on top of the issues, he demonstrates knowledge, and then he's able to elicit the type of responses that you and I want. So I applaud him for that. But yesterday was my lowest moment. I was not happy what I saw, with all due respect to him. Because, yes, you can pose other questions and all that. And for me, even when you look at some of these things that they go into, sometimes they are unnecessary. Are you a lodge member? Are you a Catholic? And all that. What have those things got to do with the work the person is going to do at the ministry, for which reason we want to give him the position? And you realize that they are not close to what we are looking for. But I will grant that to a certain extent. But yesterday, the levels that my honorable MP went that was no for me. Somebody is giving you an idea that there exists more than 2 dance performances in a certain part of this country, and the third one, you said, can you perform? Come on, Mr. MP, with all due respect, that one, we were not ready for it. Imagine the person had put on his CV that, look, I'm a prolific guitarist or drummer. Would you have assembled drums there for him to, perform? That reduces the conversation to something that you and I don't want to believe in. So I was very happy with the quick intervention of the chairman saying that is overruled. Yes, they should have gone on after it has been overruled, because that is not the essence of all these things, to have a certain understanding about what the capability of the individual to handle such a public portfolio. Not necessarily knowledge in the subject matter, because somebody can be all political appointment. You can put anybody there, with the exception of a few, like Attorney General, which obviously should be a lawyer. Any other position can be any human being. All right. So if you go on that route, then I have a problem with that. You recall when he was vetting Mr. My student, what's the name? The Deputy Agric Minister, Dumelo. At a point in time, he said that, let's be serious and move on and all that. Even that statement, I was not happy with that. Yeah. But, so why did he go on this route? And that's where I have my difficulty with my respected MP. He's very good. There's no doubt about that. But yesterday, he crossed the borders.
Let's also talk about the chair, Ahiafo. And throughout the work of let's talk about Ahiafo, the chair of the
yes.
Throughout the work of this committee, Ahiafo has had some sticky moments. That night when mayhem ensued and tables were broken, we saw him completely abandon control and authority. In the end, it was the majority leader who brought back some sense of order to proceedings. He was sitting quietly while the majority leader announced what would happen next. As chair of this committee, and yesterday you saw him completely lose his cool in the face of Afenyo Markin's antics. As chair, is he wielding this authority well?
So far, what I've seen is nothing but a mixed behavior. Some, you can say, he was spot on, and you can say the same for others. That is to be expected, especially when different people are appearing and a lot of interests are at stake. You can understand some of these things. But where you and I want to agree is that he should be able to put his foot down and then be in charge, and of course respect the views and behavior of others. He should be able to navigate his way through this tricky process so as to win the confidence of all of us who are watching the process. But I think it's a learning curve for him. If I look at his demeanor, he's somebody who's ready to learn, and that I'm sure he'll take it in his stride and build on, and then be able to handle that portfolio with all the finesse and tactics that he is supposed to command to shepherd the process to the logical conclusion. That aside, if you look at the Afenyo story and what happened, it tells us that the Parliament must work towards a certain template, that they should have a certain template that they look at in terms of how they're going to pose questions. In other words, I want them to design something like a template, and then those canons will be used to gauge the whole process, so that they will make a lot of meaning to us, and then they will be able to carry everybody along. And then some of these problems, which I see them as unnecessary, will be a thing of the past. These are my observations. But so far, I think the process has been able to produce ministers and is continuing to soldier on. The committee is able to soldier on in terms of their work. But we want more improvement. As children of Oliver, we want more.
Regarding what happened yesterday, I mean, what's the way forward? The minority has indicated that they will come back for vetting on Friday. But we know how things ended. The chair, said that he would not permit Finger Marking to ask any more questions unless he purges himself of his, foul language or whatever he called it. So, I mean, how will things turn out? Well, if a Finger Marking turns up on Friday to participate in the vetting, what posture will Ahiafo take? In fact, what posture should he take going forward? Should he stamp his authority or let it slide? What would be the best way forward for him?
The parliamentary work is based on consensus and compromises. And what I know as a former reporter of Parliament is that behind the scenes, after whatever heat and whatever situation they find themselves, they go back and then speak behind closed doors and patch up. And I'm sure that by Friday, by the time they come, they have, worked on these issues, and then they will come and continue public business. Because one thing that they are always aware of is that they want to carry out this work in such a manner that it will not incur the wrath of the public. That I know parliamentarians are very much alive to that. So they will do the needful. And by the time they sit on Friday, I know the best will come out. Sometimes you see some of these things. And this is one of the things that I remember the late Gage Mensah with. Difficult situations, sometimes heated ones. At the end of the day, you walk to the office, you smoke peace pipe, and you move on. I recall an incident, very heated debate on the floor of Parliament. And after that, the next morning, I saw him at Mr. Bagben's office. I was there as a reporter looking for stories. And then they came and then they patched out. And then he took a cup of tea there and then they move on. So when Mr. Mensah stepped down for the position of senior minister, then I went to the speaker, then I think minority leader, and I asked him about his assessment on that. And he gave very good accounts of him that his blood is full of democracy. That aside, I think the ministers, the MPs in Parliament, one thing about them is that they are friends. There can be heated arguments. Sometimes ideological positions, they strengthen them, and then they disagree on a lot of issues. But when it comes to doing the public business, I doff my hat for them. They will stand tall and put all interests aside. That I respect that position. So I know that is what they are going to do.
We've talked about the chair. We've talked about the chief whip. What about the rest of the panel? How are they faring? How would you rate their, questioning and probing? Are they helping us really assess these candidates?
Some of their questions, we must say that they are very good questions. Others too, we still have problems with them. But I know that as a growing democracy, some of these things are to be expected. But the good news about Parliament is that because of the socialization that exists in there, there's a constant, socialization process going in there where members are inculcated with values, with processes, and they are made to understand and go through some programs that equip them to be able to do the work of Parliament, not only effective, but most efficiently. So I have no doubt in my mind that they will weather the storm, and then they will be able to deliver according to the dictates of this country. When there are problems of this nature, we will not hesitate to bring them back to line. Yes, and I know that is the spirit behind what they work with in Parliament.
I want to say a big thank you to you, Dr. Asa Asante, for your time with us this morning.
Pleasure is mine.
Dr. Asante is a political science lecturer at the University of Ghana.
Could I tell you what my thoughts are shortly? But first, Charterhouse and Joy FM in collaboration with Geisha presents the 7th edition of the National Women's Summit and Expo. This year we are celebrating International Women's Day in grand style, honoring the strength, resilience and achievements of women all over the world. Whether you're a student, entrepreneur or a boss lady of any age, this is your moment to accelerate action. Here's the exciting part. We've got some amazing new additions this year that you don't want to miss. Dive into the trending topic of the affirmative action law. Get inspired by our industry spotlight series focusing on women in agribusiness. Get interactive with the speed, mentoring and career guidance for the youth and other thought-provoking discussions on breaking barriers. Join us for panel discussions and masterclasses with top female business executives and leaders on the global theme Accelerate Action. Are you a vendor? Don't miss out on being part of the All Women Expo. Call 0556 959 115 or visit us on social media at the National Women's Summit GH for details. Mark your calendars. The National Women's Summit and Expo is happening at the Grand Arena on Fridays, March 7th from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Admission is absolutely free.
All right, so messages and then more on the Super Morning Show.
When grateful hearts unite in an atmosphere saturated with His glory, there can be only one outcome: God's power unleashed. It's Celestial Praise 11, the ultimate worship experience. Theme: I do a new thing. Ministering live from South Africa, Zaza. From Nigeria, GUC.
I'll put you in front.
From Ghana, Pastor Edwin Datson, Kwekute. Host, yours truly, Celestine Donko. It's C Praise 11. Date, Sunday the 9th of March 2025. Time, 3:55 p.m. Venue, Dominion Sanctuary, Victory Bible Church, Awush. Tickets, single, 60 cedis, double, 110 cedis, VIP, 150 cedis, family of 5, 200 cedis. Dial star 447, star 1762 hash to grab your tickets instantly. Sponsors, V Spring, Go Music, Tang Palace Hotel. It's C Praise 11. God is doing a new thing. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Hey, Bobo. It's 9:44 on the Super Morning Show. Welcome back. I know Winston has a thing or two to say about this appointments committee, but first, let me ask you, what gift communicates eternal love better than time? Caveman Watches, the globally renowned Ghanaian luxury brand, is offering you amazing customizable luxury watches within your budget as well. And it's the best thing in this season of love. Select a watch and have a name, a date, or a personal symbol or message written on the dial, or perhaps at the back of the watch, for that person who means the world to you, and get it specially gift wrapped as well. And that is a gift etched in time. You can call them on 055 751 6744, or you can just go to their social media handles. They are at Caveman Watches. You can also go to their brand new website, which is cavemanwatches.com. Caveman Watches, hashtag be remembered.
When grateful hearts unite in a spirit-filled worship in an atmosphere saturated with His glory, there can only be one outcome, and that's God's power unleashed. Is Celestial Praise 11, the ultimate worship experience. And the theme is I do a new thing. Ministering live from South Africa, the Anointed Zaza. From Nigeria, the firebrand GUC. From Ghana, Pastor Edwin Datson Kwekute, host yours truly, Celestine Donko. Date Sunday, 9th March 2025, time 3:55 p.m. I like that, 3:55 p.m. Venue, Dominion Sanctuary, Victory Bible Church, Awoshi. Tickets, single 60 Ghana cedis, double 110, VIP 150, family of 5 200. Dial star 447 star 1762 hash to grab tickets instantly. A CP Praise 11, ready for a supernatural shift. God is doing a new thing.
Now, what a way to kick off 2025. Holiday Inn Airport City is now Palms by Eagles, offering a fresh, delightful experience. The newly improved hotel is ready to welcome you with unmatched hospitality in the heart of Ghana. They have cozy rooms, a lounge for relaxation, and the right facilities for your meetings, events, and conferences. Come and experience elevated hospitality like never before at Palms by Eagles.
Upgrading your office space? Call the experts. You want a healthy chair that takes care of your spine? Call Expert Office Furnish Company Limited for your ergonomic swivel chairs today. Ergonomic swivel chairs have intelligent seat cushion with dynamic bionic spine pressure relief design. The dynamic smart motion back support technology is equipped with double wing support chips. These ergonomic swivel chairs have great benefits for your health and spine. At Expert Office Furnish Company Limited, we also have executive desk cabinets, conference, and all office furniture that suits your budget. Locate us off the Atomic Hills Estate Road on the Asori Junction near ASI Plaza, Showman Estates. Call us on 0571 386600 or 0244280532. Find us on Facebook, Expert Office Furnish GH, Instagram, Expert Office Furnish, on X, Expert Furnish. Visit our website, expertofficefurnish.com. Expert Office Furnish, your health, your wealth.
All right, well, kingdomstoreonline.com is the best place for office essentials as well as furniture and, of course, stationery. You can get great deals and pay via Momo across all networks. They'll deliver to your home or office in very good time, and you get free delivery if you're in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
So look, Kojo, Parliament. We have always said Parliament is the missing link in our democracy. They've been missing. And that if Parliament performed its functions, a lot of the things we complain about would never complain about them. Look, we had issues with transition. You know what Parliament was able to do? They passed a Presidential Transition Act.
Mm-hmm.
In that Presidential Transition Act is established the office of the Administrator General, who must have all assets of government even before elections are held. So we used that to actually do what? Clear or, deal with that problem of transition. So today we know that the moment the elections are held, we know what to do. The transition committees are announced and we move on. Why? Didn't we see a smooth handing over? Did you see people chasing one another for, we can't see this, we can't see that? Everything is there. Because we used laws to correct that, and that was a responsibility of Parliament. When the country said, well, we need the office of a special prosecutor, I know some people still disagree, we used Parliament because we found a way of saying Parliament can pass a law that actually allows Ghana to have the office of special prosecutor. Unfortunately, that body that we so much look up to, it's just not getting it. They don't get the fact that, look, they are the arm of government that interfaces with the public all the time. Look, the executive is there, but consistently you've seen people holding the members of Parliament to account, saying MP Onyeshe, MP Onyeshe. They don't say President Onyeshe or DC Onyeshe. They say President Onyeshe. And when you have the chance, all these appointments committee has been reduced to is unnecessary fights. First of all, the committee is not asking the right questions. People have shown up, and sometimes you want to understand what it is that they bring on board. You don't get it. Be mindful of your answers, otherwise it will delay the time you're going to be here. This is not the expectation of an appointments committee. And I say, this is the worst appointment committee I have seen.
Yeah. Look, Parliament is a house of representation. I mean, the UK parliamentary system that we borrow heavily from refers to them as the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
So, are these people representing me? I mean, the guy who walks into the vetting and asks and tells John Dumelo that this is not your acting industry, so try to be serious if you can. Does that man represent me? Is that how I think? I mean, is it the one who goes to ask someone who's about to be Deputy Attorney General that he should get up and dance? Is that representing me? When I voted for my member of parliament to go there and represent me, is that what I wanted him to go and do? They are turning into a house of misrepresentation. And it is all down to the poverty of quality. The people who are putting themselves up for these positions, Nankasa, they are not the best of us. But in order for a nation to develop, we must be represented by the best of us. This is not the best of us. What we are seeing is not the best of us. Poorly researched, in fact, questions that have there's no research to it. And you see how often they ask, how can you assure us? That is the most pointless question you can ask a candidate. Can you assure us that when you go there you will do A, B, and C? Will he say no? Will the candidate say no? He'll just say yes, Mr. Speaker. Yes, Mr. Chairman. Case die. So what you find is that the questioners are rather using this as an opportunity to give long speeches, at the end of which there is no answer from the candidate that tells us anything useful about their capacity to do the job.
Yeah.
It is incompetent questioning that we are observing from this appointments committee. Incompetent, ineffective questioning. Irrelevant questioning. That committee doesn't represent me. I don't feel represented by those representatives. But what do we do about it? This is what we have for the next 4 years. This is what we voted for. This is why your vote is important too. This is why you don't just go there and vote for a flag or for some party that they put their colors on any sort of entity. You will still vote for it because it's draped in the colors you like. Who you vote for matters.
Of course it does, Kojo. Quick birthday, happy birthday to Mrs. Elizabeth Mahama Crow. You're the right and perfect woman God gave me. Words cannot explain how and what you mean to me. That's why I call you my jewel. Thank you for all you do. Berryman and I say we love you, a mother of all living. I will choose you again and again in my next life. Happy birthday, my love, from your husband, Michael Crow. Thank you very much.
Nice. I have one. Happy birthday to Mamiefwa Ekusika Harden of Ibri Girls Senior High School. Oh, that's our little daughter, Nana Harden's kid. You're 16 years old today. May the good Lord bless you and grant you long life with good health, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And of course, may he protect you from all evil. And this is from Nana Bingin Irabna Nanaba, and of course, Mommy and your daddy, Nana Harden.
Great.
Right. It's a good place to put a pin in it, isn't it?
Yes. I think we're done.
Yeah. All right. So listen, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow is Friday, or at least Kofi Winston is excited. So join us tomorrow for another edition of the Super Morning Show. Until then, keep it locked on Joy. My name is Kojo Yankson. I'm the morning man.
Winston Amor.
Delayed but true.